Welcome back to the Block Runner Podcast. Here is where we discuss all things crypto with a little bit of tech. I am your host, William, along with your co-host, Iman. And as always, here are the topics we'll be discussing today. Bitcoin goes up $1,000 in just a few hours. Then we get into Bitcoin Cash goes through a 51% attack. And did Iman finally watch Silicon Valley? Then we get into Iman's blog post on how to buy a Bitcoin. Find out how censorship on Twitter can be a good and bad thing. And then, in the most craziest news, Zuckerberg and the Winklevi getting a reunion through Facebook's global coin. I hope you enjoy. Let's jump right in. Okay, so
anyways, what's going on? Today is
May 26th, and today's the day we went from 8,000 to almost 8,900 in a matter of hours.
Well, basically, we popped. Like, we've been trading. Wouldn't necessarily call it sideways. Yeah, we've been sideways for like what? About a week?
About a week, yeah.
Hovering around 8,000. It's been kind of tough to break through that barrier. I think the last time we were talked, I was just kind of projecting like a correction would come after this, right?
Yeah. AK? Yeah, no, definitely. I think all of us were anticipating a correction, and I was hoping that it would go down to something more reasonable, like in the 6,000 range.
That's what I was hoping for too. I was going to catch that $6,000 falling knife, basically.
Yeah,
my plan.
Yeah, that's right. And it never happened. It actually went the opposite what we thought. Yep. And it went from trading around 8,000.
Funny how that always happens, right?
It is funny.
It's always does exactly the opposite of what we wanted to do.
What's interesting is Iman, he sent me a text message, and it was just a picture of some meme lines. Mm-hmm. And you were asking me, what do you think about this? And I agreed. Essentially, I was like, yeah, that looks like an ascending triangle.
Yeah, when you have like a week or plus of information to draw, like on the daily chart, you can actually draw out patterns.
Yeah.
Technical analysis. It's kind of easy to spot like the next leg up or the next leg down.
Yeah.
When do you have that kind of time frame? Usually Bitcoin is like super fast.
Yeah.
You don't have the time to actually draw out these patterns. But in this case, it was like the most obvious textbook pattern. Like it's called a pennant formation.
Oh, so pennant?
A pennant. Because if you literally look at it, it looks like a flag in a pennant.
It looks like a flag. Yeah.
So it's like a pattern of lower highs and higher lows.
That's right.
So eventually you're trading like super low volume, trading sideways at the very tip of it.
Yeah.
Like you would imagine the tip of a little triangle shaped flag.
Yeah. Right? And that triangle, the end of the triangle, that little point, it was literally about an hour before it actually popped when you sent me that text message.
That's when I went in.
Like it was literally an hour, and then I said an hour later you sent me another text message and you said it popped.
I said boom, lift off. See, you're not supposed to like put your money in before the lift off happens.
Yeah.
Ideally, you're supposed to wait for that pop, and then put your money in because it basically signals like an uptrend.
Sure.
Still in continuation phase.
Sure.
But I have a little bit of bigger balls than most. So I was willing to go in pre-pop.
So you caught the whole thing essentially.
Yeah. Got from 8K to like almost the top. Yeah. Almost the top. I mean, who knows how China's going to go? It might hit 10K.
Yeah.
Like I already withdrew my position, but like I said earlier, like any profit's good profits. You always can call the top. Yeah. Like it could already hit. It might go with 6,000 tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah. And let's say you sell at 10,000, it could go to 11,000, but then at some point it's got to go down. I mean, it can't just go up because.
Yeah. It's like, and I was looking at the chart all day today, like, dude, you just pull up the Bitcoin chart, like it's straight parabolic.
Yeah.
Like this is the nastiest.
It's not sustainable.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Anytime any asset goes parabolic, like get ready to pull out. Dude.
Yeah. For sure.
You don't want to ride that train.
But it's so weird that we're expecting it to go down. It just always does the opposite.
So the go down is going to be pretty violent. I feel like it's going to be, because from my experience, anytime something goes parabolic on its way up,
it's
on its way down, it's more vicious
or sharper.
It's faster.
Yeah.
A little more aggressive.
Right.
Because people start to panic.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like on the way up, people are skeptical, so they're not jumping in as quickly. On the way down, people panic, and more people are willing to like take their money out than put their money in.
Yeah, for sure.
But besides that, I think also what we were talking about last week, I kind of like made a mention of it because I noticed Matic Network was going ballistic.
Yes. And let me bring up Matic here.
Yeah, Matic, again, caught my attention on Binance. That's the major exchange I trade on mostly. And during that time, Bitcoin was going through a correction phase from the last pop it. Like, what did it do last time? It went from like...
Well, it went up to 8,000.
Went from like 6,000 to 8,000, right?
Yeah, 6,000, 8,000. Then it touched 6,900 and then kind of recovered.
It took a sharp down.
Yeah.
And it's been trading sideways since then. So that allowed the Bitcoin dominance to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So that gave some altcoins a chance to shine. It gave them like 2 to 3 days to recover, basically. And I noticed like pretty much every Binance Launchpad token has been launched within the last month or two. Mm-hmm. They all had 50%, maybe even all of them hit 100% or plus gains within that 2 or 3. Yeah, Matic had a 10x increase this month. So that caught my eye. And
as it did everybody.
I guess everyone's anticipating the next one, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing. Like there's a new trend that's obviously, on everyone's mind. In 2017, the trend was ICOs, right?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't lose. Yeah. That's what I've been talking about in 2017. Like if you would have bought an ICO, like you just couldn't lose because they all went up in value.
That's true.
And the same thing's happening here with ICOs. It's only been 5 so far, so we'll see if the pattern continues.
It's interesting. Once these, we're looking at Matic, Seller, and Fetch.
Yeah.
It looks like Seller's the only one that had a huge drop off on launch on Binance.
It was on March?
Yeah, this was March 25th, and then Fetch, it was on March 4th.
That was pretty big.
Well,
too.
Yeah, that is pretty big. It's not as big as Seller, but then
Matic, not so much.
Not so much.
I think Matic has more like fundamental value to it. I think a lot of people actually really believe in this project. And I think probably why it went 10x.
Yeah.
And then the Coinbase backing and all this stuff. Apparently Coinbase was like a seed investor in this project, which kind of like
accelerated some of that.
It gives you a shilling point, right? Something to shill the coin. So like everybody gets excited. Like, holy fuck, Coinbase never invested in anything. So if Coinbase is in it, it's got to be legit, right?
Yeah. Coinbase Ventures.
Exactly. Because Coinbase is like U.S. regulated God tier exchange, you know? If they're doing something, it's got to be legit.
Yeah, I like Matic. I did a blog post about it. It was a short blog post on kind of what it is. It's a second layer scaling technologies or scaling tool for the developers of Ethereum, developing Solidity. Solidity is a language code for their smart contracts. Mm-hmm. And so this is a second layer scaling solution to a tool for all the developers to leverage. And it's basically a side chain that handles some of the transaction output or throughput and then finalizes on the ultimate chain on Ethereum. So
this is Lightning Network for Ethereum.
Basically. And
it works off plasma and sharding and all this good stuff.
So the tech is not as interesting as the fact that it's a tool for the developers in Ethereum already. So it's not a competing network like I thought it was.
No,
that's
what Harmony is.
That's what Harmony. Okay,
the next one,
interesting.
The one everyone's anticipating to do the next 10x is Harmony. That's the Ethereum competitor. So, but this is like you said, it's a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum.
Correct.
Which it already exists. Raiden Network, like I said last week, is an already existent.
So that's what they're competing with.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I think Raiden Network's more the direction. They're more towards like microtransactions, I think.
Okay.
Last I heard about it. I mean, there's like videos. They actually controlled like the movements of a robot on one of their demos.
Oh, really?
Through their Raiden network. Okay. I don't know. They demoed their technology and it works.
Interesting. Through a robot?
Yeah, the robot was moving on stage through Ethereum. If you want to pull it up, check it out.
Yeah.
Type in Raiden Network.
So Raiden.
Raiden. Like Mortal Kombat Raiden.
Nice.
Dude, I liked Raiden. Dude, I invested in Raiden Network but nobody gave a fuck about it, dude. It's like off the, nobody knows about this shit.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
So
it's off the radar.
When did you invest? Like, when did it come out?
At some point in 2017. I didn't invest in the ICO or anything, obviously, but I got it. Like let's say like IPO'd or ICO'd at 50 cents.
Yeah.
It got up to like $6 or something. I got it like around $2.
Shit! Wow.
Yeah, and I rode up to like $5. And then I sold. Yeah, but I liked it because again, my investment strategy philosophy is okay. I recognize Ethereum has issues with scaling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anytime somebody's coming up with a proposition like, "Hey, look, we have a solution."
Yeah,
so Ethereum needs us.
Yeah,
and then Vitalik was actually backing this project. Like, yo, this is actually good shit.
Yeah.
So I heard all that, and I was like, this is a no-brainer investment.
So robots playing rock paper scissors on Raiden.
I actually haven't seen this one. The one I saw was on stage, but let's watch this.
Okay.
See what it looks like. It looks dope.
Now what we're gonna do?
Yeah, we're testing out everything.
1 second here. I gotta change the audio setting.
If you want to watch it, the title's called, you already said, Robots Playing Rock, Paper, Scissors on Raiden Network by Crypto Player One.
So we got a guy on a computer and he's about to initiate these two robots playing rock, paper, scissors. And it's on the Raiden network, which is basically what's on the backbone of Ethereum.
Yeah. So every movement these robots do is like something that has to be...
It has to be on the chain at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
So now he's playing Star Wars theme.
Not sure why.
The letters are going into the ether in the background.
So far, the robots haven't done shit.
Let's see how.
One has a Santa hat for some reason, or maybe it's a Cartman hat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, these are interesting looking robots too.
They don't have hands. How the fuck are they gonna play rock paper scissors? No appendages.
Yeah, this is. Let's.
Are we getting scammed?
This is like a troll video.
Dude, they're not doing anything. Oh, wait. They start moving at the end. Well, hold on. Go back a little bit more.
Okay, I'm going to go back. There. So this guy on the laptop, he's still showing the little video. And on the video are the two robots again. Okay, now the duel is going to begin.
Okay. Yeah.
And... Ew, what the hell?
I see like a little loading bar on his laptop.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Like it's almost at 100%. And there it is, 100%. Now they must do something, I guess. Holy shit, that scared the fuck out of me, dude.
What?
Dude, he lost apparently.
Yeah. This was terrible.
I don't know. Maybe there's probably like something like groundbreaking here we don't even realize that just happened. But look for the one where it's on stage.
Okay.
Like, on YouTube. Just search on YouTube, dude. That's fucking hilarious. They just like popped. Like pop goes the weasel. And like you could say it's like you lost. Like, what the fuck?
Is it this one? Oh no.
Look for like type in on stage demo or something. Oh my god. You going down? Like, did they remove it or some shit? You going down?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can.
No, like I you should be able to tell just off the thumbnail. Like it'll just be like some. It's probably that one. That's like the whole fucking thing. You going down?
22 minutes.
All the way down. Just okay, now we're like in the fucking video game territory. I don't know, dude. At some point, I saw that shit. Wow. Dude, robot.
You sure it was a robot?
It was totally a robot. Bro. I guess it's gone. What a shame. We got scammed, boys.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
This seems to be the only on stage.
Good morning. I will present.
Look through there so you see like a robot.
Send it to the token network, and the token network will check from the secret registry where it.
I don't think this
essentially
is,
is that if you go offline,
this is
anyways,
for an extended.
This is why Raiden failed.
Yeah, because it's so hard to find the robot video.
Dude, that's the shit
Why
that's
would I
sold me.
invest in this?
Exactly, dude. This is why Maddox's gonna poop all over y'all, dude. Y'all need to work on your fucking net or marketing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, on your own time, you can look up to see what Raiden does, but it's another layer 2 solution, basically.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job shilling Raiden.
Well, we don't have to. They're not paying us. Fuck that. They got to show themselves. That's their problem.
Yeah.
You know, they took down the only interesting thing about their project. That's their fault, dude. I swear I saw like a robot. I wish somebody could back me up on this. Well, whatever. It's gone.
An interesting tool that you showed me here is the global market cap dominance of Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
And so there was a certain peak that Bitcoin was dominating at 60%, meaning 40% was all the altcoins.
Yeah.
And 60% were Bitcoin.
Pretty much Bitcoin owns 60% of the market valuation, pretty much.
The market total cap.
Which is huge.
Right.
That's a lot.
Right.
That's
And Bitcoin has been hovering at 50% pretty much.
Well, that's just for the last 3 months. You want to go
all time?
Let's look at all time. Hold on, it hasn't loaded yet.
Oh.
Yeah, a little spiky.
Ooh. So 90%.
This pretty See, this is like pre altcoin boom days where Bitcoin was like pretty much the whole market.
January 2013, 14, 15.
Well, the altcoin boom didn't happen until 2017. Yeah. And look at that sharp decline.
Look at that.
Yeah, Ethereum was on its way. Who's gray? Who is that? Is that Litecoin? Yeah, that's Litecoin.
Yeah.
Damn.
2%. So this percentage of total market cap dominance, it's actually pretty useful because once you track that Bitcoin's dominance is going down, that means you should invest in altcoins.
Well, it's happening simultaneously, right? So it's not something that you can like really prepare for. It just happens.
Yeah.
But my point is,
you can see the trend. Like for example, right now Bitcoin's at around 57%.
Uh-huh.
And once it starts dipping below that it starts trending downwards, then it's probably time to move some of that Bitcoin to other coins.
Yeah, I mean, altcoins need their shine, man. I don't know if they're ever going to get back to the previous all-time highs, but we'll see.
What's this dark one? Oh, it's Ethereum. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Ethereum's ever going to like get back, but something else might, you know?
Yeah.
We'll say EOS one day might have like an Ethereum run. I don't think so, but I don't know. My point is, the reason why we're talking about Bitcoin dominance is because of these Binance coins, right?
Yeah.
These Launchpad tokens.
That's right.
Did we even talk about that yet?
Well, initial exchange offerings.
Yeah.
Well,
you were explaining what Matic Network was, right?
Yeah. And so with the initial exchange offering, it's totally illegal if you're in the United States.
Which sucks. It's basically the same rules apply as an ICO, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, which we can't be involved.
Yeah. Americans cannot get into securities tokens at all.
Which basically means you can't. It's like a pre-sale before the tokens are actually on the exchange for trading, like for, you know, daily retail investors to start trading them.
Yeah.
These projects have like seed investments, right? They get
That's
in
right.
these big investors.
You know,
and they offer them like bonuses and like discounts and stuff.
Yeah, Americans can get in as long as you're an accredited investor. If you're accredited, then you can purchase ICOs and IEOs.
Which is like hardly anybody.
Yeah.
You know, you need $1 million net worth and you'd be qualified for that.
Yep.
So it sucks either way because when you're a seed investor, you have tons of advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's almost like you're guaranteed a return.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yep.
I bet it's very rare. If you're like a seed investor, like you take a huge mega loss.
Well, especially
unless you like hold it like too long or something. Yeah. And then like eventually the token becomes less valuable than what it IPO'd at or ICO'd at.
Right. Which is, so what we've seen with Matic, Seller, and Fetch is many times doing an ICO that launches onto an exchange or doing an IEO that gets released to the exchange, we see a complete drop in the price. And that's because these ICO holders and IEO holders, they're just selling they're getting their profits essentially.
Yeah, they're probably getting like 50% or 100% returns like instantly, pretty much. As soon as the shit goes live on exchange, they're just dumping them to retail investors. So
yeah, and these purchase prices are probably holding like $100,000 bags and more.
Exactly.
And so if they doubled that, I mean, that's a good day in the office.
Exactly. And they're doing this all day, every day.
Yep.
But there's only been 5. Again, like this IEO, this is why we're talking about it, because this is a brand new trend in the crypto market.
And
it hasn't been anything new really for like
I think
like a while.
There's these tools that are new, but this one is probably bigger than the tools simply because this is opening a whole new avenue and kind of like a new market.
What about what I mean by new is like a new opportunity to make money.
Yeah, that's
like,
a good point.
Yeah.
With this brings us the regular folk an opportunity too, which is investing in the platforms.
Platforms? What do you mean? Like Binance?
Like Binance. Well, Binance, and there was another one that you mentioned earlier.
Huobi?
No.
Another what? Exchange?
Yeah, it wasn't an exchange, but platforms. We were talking about platforms. STO platforms.
Oh. Yeah, but we're not even talking about STOs right now.
Well, no, but that's IEO and STO. I mean,
that's true.
It's on the same realm, same space.
Yeah. Well, like if you thought like securitizing real world assets onto the blockchain is like
valuable.
Yeah, then you want to invest in platforms that issue these tokens. So there are a few of them out there in the works.
Yes.
There's some of them actually have some use. I don't think there's anything like super valuable yet.
Right. But that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. You want to go in now before it's valuable. I mean,
that's true. That's how
you get the 30X.
Exactly. Like Ethereum was launching coins probably like 2016.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 50 cents.
I wonder when Ethereum went live and like they started launching tokens. I wonder.
Okay, we're gonna look up Ethereum. Actually,
what?
The price
history?
Yeah,
price history. Yeah. So again, like I said in a previous podcast, STO security tokens. We're talking about it today in 2019 because I project in the future it's going to be as popular as utility tokens were in 2017, right? Utility tokens were all the rage.
Right.
That's what drove the mania.
Yeah, and if you look at Binance, just from an IO perspective, Binance went from $4 BNB coin, $4 BNB coin to $34
in like a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months.
A few months. I think in December it was like $4 or something like that. December, January, something. But why? Because Binance has so many incentives for this token nowadays. When it first launched, all it was a fee reduction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can reduce your trading fees through Binance. Nowadays, if you hold on to it, there's these IEO launchpad lotteries. Like you have to hold on to BNB token just to qualify for their IEOs. You know, that's an incentive to buy and hold BNB.
Right.
What else they got? I mean, just Binance itself. It's kind of like you're investing in the future of the biggest exchange in the world for cryptocurrencies, you know?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you buy?
I mean, it's useful too. I mean, it cuts the fees into half. So.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at Ethereum now, and the price. What is that? $14. That's where it started. Ethereum.
That's not where it started. That's just as far back as this chart goes for some reason. I mean, Ethereum started in 2014.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know why this chart only goes back to the 2016, but at some point Ethereum was less than $1. So you could probably see that in CoinMarketCap. Look at CoinMarketCap. You already have it pulled up. Wait, never mind. That's TradingView. These are all important tools if you're trying to learn how to invest or like just monitor the market. CoinMarketCap.com is a good one. TradingView.com, good one. What's another good one? That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's really all you need. Just Binance itself, Coinbase, all that good stuff.
Okay, so as far as it goes, is looks like
2015.
Yeah, August 2015, and now the price was $2.83.
Okay. Fuck. What a fucking boom.
And then it went down to less than $1.
Oh, okay.
And then it just spiked to $7.
But basically, look at that flat line from 2015 all the way to 2017. That's 2 years where it was trading like probably at its true value.
Yeah.
Honestly, even Vitalik himself said, like, I remember during the peak of the bull market, Vitalik said Ethereum shouldn't be worth more than $7, and it was trading around $1,000. Like, even he couldn't believe it. Like the mania that took over.
Yeah,
like he's like, what the fuck are y'all people doing?
Yeah,
you know, it was like even he couldn't believe it.
Right.
But my point is, okay, so during this stretch of like very low price volatility during 2015 to 2017, were there tokens being created through Ethereum or issued? I wonder.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is that was
the whole point of Ethereum. Is that, well, I guess I don't know if.
Well, the whole point of Ethereum is to be Internet 2.0. That's like their end goal.
Yeah,
but
it was smart contracts.
Yeah, but people got a hold of it. They created their own speculative tokens.
Right.
They created a speculative market.
Yeah.
I don't think Vitalik
anticipated that.
He didn't think like that was the big use case.
Yeah.
That was going to pop out of nowhere.
Ethereum statistics. ROI over 9,000%.
What the fuck? I mean, I bet you it's way higher than 9,000. It's like, it's got to be like a fucking 100,000% or something like that. It's insane.
Yeah, the approximate return on investment if purchased at the time of launch.
Yeah.
Earliest known price. So yeah, it's over 9,000. That's what it says.
I guess that's as high as CoinMarketCap goes. They're like, they must be like Dragon Ball Z fans or some shit. Fucking what the hell? The arbitrary 9,000 in there.
Yeah. So what was that platform that you were talking about earlier?
WeOwn.
Was it WeOwn? Oh yeah, that's right. WeOwn. That's what it was. Yeah. So it used to be called something else, right?
Oh, you're talking about Polymath.
Oh yeah, Okay,
yeah.
Polymesh.
If you want to talk about security tokens, I got wind of it toward, I'd say like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, because that's when they came out.
Yeah.
Polymath was the pioneer of security. The whole idea of securitizing assets, real world assets on the blockchain. Polymath was the first one.
And right now it's trading at 10 cents.
Look where it was. Very beginning.
Damn.
What was it, $1.24? Dude, I bought some there.
Oh, did you really?
I got killed. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to admit it because I totally believed in it, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I got killed on Polymet.
Yeah, it went as low as, so it started at $1.24, went to 34 cents. It picked up to about $1.
Yep.
And then it's just,
I mean, you can argue the reason why it's so devalued is the bear market. Also but Polymath has, I think, over 100 security tokens launched so far through its issuance platform. So all Polymath really does is make it like,
it's like an Ethereum for security tokens,
but it's not its own blockchain. That's the thing. It's
oh really?
Run on Ethereum.
Oh,
but the only thing Polymath really does is make your STO like compliant with regulation.
Oh,
so it's kind of like if you launch an STO through Polymath, it guarantees, like it says it right there.
So Polymath is creating a global platform for issuing and investing in security tokens. Polymath's standard for blockchain security tokens aims to integrate the necessary regulatory requirements into smart contracts and comply with regulations. The project simplifies the legal process of creating and selling security tokens. It establishes a new token standard, ST20, and enforces compliance by whitelisting authorized investors and their Ethereum wallet addresses. Interesting. The Poly token is used for payments on the platform, which facilitates exchanges between issuers, investors, service providers, and developers.
But it doesn't have that killer utility that Ethereum has. You know, Ethereum is like
that utility for Ethereum. It's right off the bat. I mean, you need scaling, right? And if you're building a decentralized app, you kind of need it to scale, right? I mean, that's what we would expect in 30 years of the internet. We want fast interactions with our applications, right? If we have to wait 30 minutes for something to register on our application, that's not user friendly. And so those types of tools like the one Matic is deploying, that can be used immediately with Polymath this is sort of like compliance. Like, for example, you use Polymath's platform to launch your security token. You can assume that what you're launching is already complying to all the regulatory, boundaries.
Yeah.
And
so basically, if you're like I don't know, say you're like a real estate company and you want to issue security tokens for your assets.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all the bullshit like going through red tape and stuff. All you have to do is issue through Polymath, which does it for you.
Yeah.
So it eases the process of getting on the market, basically. So that investors can start trading your virtual assets that are tied to your real physical assets.
Yeah.
But the problem with Polymath is the token itself. What I'm saying, compare the Polymath token, because if they want to be like the Ethereum security tokens, they need their own blockchain, right? Just like Ethereum, the Ethereum token is like the gas. Yeah. It's the energy of the blockchain, right? You actually need Ethereum to do transactions, right?
But what I've seen in the past is a lot of companies start off using the Ethereum token and then they kind of transition off to their own blockchain.
What do you mean? Like, you talking about like an ICO?
Well, no. I'm talking about your application is running on Ethereum, and then that application is then running on a different blockchain.
Why? They just like separate, right?
Yeah, they just separate, yeah.
Yeah, that's because Ethereum sucks in its current version, right?
Well, imagine if Polymath makes an announcement that you're going to leverage their own blockchain.
Which is, they already did.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, that's the Polymesh. Remember? You didn't hear about?
No, I didn't.
Dude, what the fuck?
No,
dude,
I didn't.
I totally linked you that article. You're like, that's cool. You fucking read it, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
During consensus.
Consensus. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I
Charles Hoskinson. You know who that guy is? He's the Cardano founder.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the guy who That's
the video I saw. He did like a little speech, like a 15-minute speech that was really good.
I linked. Yeah, okay. Charles Hoskinson. I have like interesting feelings about him for some reason.
Hi.
Exactly. I don't know he's like he kind of is like, it feels like an ex-girlfriend because I was invested in. Sorry, no, for real. Whenever I started getting into the whole blockchain 3.0 space, EOS, Cardano, Tezos, all these next gen blockchains. I invested in EOS and Cardano at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But again, going back to my retarded tribalism, I abandoned Cardano. I sold all my Cardano for EOS because I was like, oh, dude, EOS is the shit.
Yeah.
But if I would have done that, Cardano had a higher ROI, like triple what EOS has. So I would just hold on to my Cardano.
Oof. Yeah, you would have triple. Yeah.
Yeah. But, markets still tend to work out how I want them to. Yeah. But my point is, the guy, he's a smart guy, but I think he's kind of like talking about Charles Hoskinson here, the founder of Cardano. According to like my research, he has a compatibility problem with I think he was an early developer with Ethereum, but he kind of got kicked off the project from what I heard.
Yeah.
Just because he's like difficult to work with is what I heard. He has like a huge ego problem, Right. Who doesn't these days?
Yeah, for sure.
But that guy is now working with Polymath to architect a new blockchain called Polymesh. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like a purpose-driven blockchain only meant for security tokens. That's the thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ethereum is like what? Everything, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, right now, Polymath, so they're basically changing their name because they're switching blockchain.
Exactly.
Okay, so once that switch happens, right now, a Polymath ROI is at negative 86%. So if there's a time to buy Polymath, it would be right now.
Well, that's the thing. Then you gotta it's super high risk because you're speculating that once this new blockchain is created, they're not going to just create their own token along with it.
Yeah.
They've said they're not going to do that.
That seems weird.
But I don't trust anybody. But we don't know. They haven't. They also didn't clearly state that like once this blockchain goes live, we'll honor 1-to-1 whatever Polymath tokens you have.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah, there's nothing set in stone. Like if you're owning Polymath, like they're not just going to abandon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people are arguing, will they abandon? Because these guys hold a huge, significant chunk of Polymath, right? The founders. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't just want their.
They should do a 1-to-1. I mean, if they switch to Polymesh, Polymath is useless.
Exactly.
So
obviously they already think it's useless if they already just abandoned. It feels like they're abandoning it in a way.
No, right? that seems odd. Usually it's a 1-to-1.
Well, we'll see.
Damn.
We'll see. Hopefully. But like again, if you want to speculate, if it is going to be a 1-to-1, This is a good time to jump in.
Yeah.
Because this polymesh, it's probably going to take a few months, if not a year or so, for this blockchain to be made. How long does it take to make a blockchain? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't take very long, because what you do is you take an existing blockchain, you modify it to your needs, and then you just launch it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what kind of model. I'm assuming it's going to be some type of proof of stake. It's Charles Hoskinson. It's basically DPoS.
Yeah.
It's going to have some variation of Cardano, maybe like a little baby Cardano for this polymesh blockchain.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason why we're talking about that is because, there's Ravencoin, which is a proof of work security token platform. Like, you can actually mine Raven coins.
Okay.
Which is cool. They do the same shit. Security token issuance. And then there's this We Own is the other one that I noticed, which is called like CHX, I think is the ticker. Pull that chart up, dude.
CHX. So looking at all time, when did it launch? April 29, 2018.
So it's been around for a while.
Yeah, April 2018.
Pretty much been around as long as Ravencoin and Polymath has been around. But it's been a micro cap coin, dude. Under $1 million.
$11 million market cap
Today. But at some point it was under $1 million.
Damn.
Not that long ago. About 6 months ago. And it's been increasing in value. I'm not exactly sure why.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at this. So at its lowest price, it's been about a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And then it shot up to 32 cents. So that's 32x return.
In 5 months.
Yeah, so this says February 2019, and we're looking at August, September 2018.
See, this is the thing about microcaps, dude. They're super risky.
These are way more volatile.
Because you literally, when it was around 800,000 market cap, it was probably ranked in the 300 or 400.
Yeah.
Most of the shit in that category of ranking is just straight doo-doo. Straight doo-doo.
Yeah, for sure.
You're sifting through literally scams.
Yep.
And just garbage. But you're fighting these hidden gems, and I think this is one of them.
So OWN, the crypto we're talking about, OWN, CHX, is a cryptocurrency token and operates on the Ethereum platform. OWN has a current supply of 168 million CHX with 79 million CHX in circulation. So what is that? 80. So about half is in circulation. The last known price of OWN is about 13 cents and is up 3 and 35% over the 24 hours.
Basically, there's no fundamental explanation about this coin at all.
This doesn't say anything.
Because there's there's nothing to know about it. It's very...
Tokenizing technology for financial services. I mean, their website's pretty nice, but...
Is it...
It's pretty standard.
Decentralized share register, my own investor app, blocka, blockchain services. This all sounds like standard, blockchain.
And then it tells you to sign up. It's that simple.
Well, anyways, the point is, there's several projects out there, several platforms working towards this next application for blockchain, basically.
Yeah.
Security tokens. Whether or not they'll succeed, this is the whole point. Yeah, you got to kind of make that judgment call today if you want to become an early investor.
Well, it seems like it will succeed because it seems useful. I mean, as a matter of fact, there was this Novogratz. He tweeted at Elon and told Elon that if Tesla converted their stock into crypto, tokenize their stock, that he would be all in.
Who would?
Novogratz, the billionaire.
He would be all in. What do you mean?
On Tesla cryptocurrency. And so, I mean, we're talking about security tokens and tokenizing an asset, right?
Yeah.
And so, he tweeted that at Elon, and I do think it's going to be an important kind of pillar in cryptocurrency, having security tokens or having securities tokenized, and tradable. The thing is, if we look into the future, 10 years from now, we would look back in time to today and say, hey, we could have gone in on all these platforms on day one-ish.
Because what do we always talk about today, the problems with the crypto space?
Right.
What's the biggest one off the top of your head?
Scams?
Well, and then what's
scalability.
No, that is the biggest problem. But You said scams. That's correct. But what's put in place to combat scams?
Regulation.
Regulation.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. And it's coming. Right?
This is kind of like what facilitates that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense. I mean, we know this stuff is coming. We just don't know when it's going to get here.
Yeah.
And so if the price is like 86% down from day one.
And if it's sitting like today, it's sitting, I don't want to.
Well, we're discussing a scenario in which we're going to hate ourselves 10 years from now.
Yeah, edit that part out. This is not investment advice, but I'm saying it's kind of like a no-brainer, right? It's sitting at 10 million market cap.
Yeah,
which is like
this is nothing.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
Like you put like $1,000 into this, and if you're right, that $1,000, like let's say this becomes one of the top.
Yeah, assuming that $1,000 is not going to hurt you.
Exactly.
Right? That's the whole point. Is that you?
Well, my point is, if you put $1,000 in Ethereum in 2015,
oh, for sure.
Today, that $1,000 is worth like $100,000 plus.
Yeah, right.
Maybe not today. During the peak of the bull market, it was like $100,000 plus.
Yeah.
So it's like super high risk, super high reward.
That's what crypto is.
When you're talking about these kind of coins, these are like super speculative decisions you got to make. It's almost like fucking. Like purchasing lottery tickets, but not necessarily, because you have fundamental knowledge backing these decisions, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could play it safe and just buy Bitcoin and just call it a day.
Yeah.
But even that, it's still a huge gamble.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I'm liking these, especially these platforms, because I do think STOs is going to be one of the pillars in the crypto community, and it makes sense to go in now when it's the early days.
Very early. Right now, the only people talking about it are like the in guys who are like in like in the industry.
What do you mean in? Like in the company or
no? Like
they're just trying to figure out ways to make money every day, all day.
Pretty much. Okay. And then like Wall Street guys are talking about it because they like the idea because it increases liquidity for themselves, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
It expands their market to a global market, which is huge.
Yeah.
Talking about stocks here. What else does it do? Yeah, it just opens like it creates a bridge for these traditional markets to enter into the security token market, into the blockchain. So we'll see. We'll see if it works out. Right now we're speculating.
Yeah.
But we have good reason to believe like this is like good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's always good to stay ahead of like kind of where things are going, and STOs is slowly picking up steam in terms of like the rate of conversation on STOs.
Yeah.
And so and the price seems good. I mean, it's not like it's at all-time highs right now. It's all-time lows for the most part.
For Polymath, for sure.
Yeah.
Polymath is so again, like I invested early into Polymath, but again, my tribalism. The smart thing to do is always hedge. So if you think your Polymath thing is going to, like, say you have three choices to invest in. Say if you had like an Ethereum, say if you were on in 2015, you saw Ethereum coming, and then there was like an Ethereum copycat.
Right.
Then there was an Ethereum copycat. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You invest in Ethereum number 1, right? Because it's like the pioneer.
Yeah.
That's my investment philosophy. I always like to go for the
first to market.
First to market.
Yeah.
Because they're the pioneers. They're the actual innovators of the space. They're creating something.
Well, I'll challenge you a little bit there because Friendster and then MySpace.
Okay.
And then Facebook.
Okay, exactly. So my point is, if you're going to pick the innovator, you can pick any one of the three, but whatever you want to do, I say you hedge your bets by also purchasing the other two.
Yeah, of course.
But hey, I didn't do that. And you know what? I missed out on Raven coins like fucking, it went like 20x.
Did it really?
I swear to God, it went 20x.
When did it go 20
like
at
recently.
the beginning? Or
no, like look, pull up the chart right now. Like it was like 2 months ago, dude.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there watching it just moon out of its mind.
How do you spell it?
Raven. Right there. Raven coin.
Oh. What's that? Let's go 1 year.
Okay, what's their price?
So
1 cent.
Yeah, 1 cent to
6 cents?
6.
Okay. Maybe I'm a little exuberant, but still, that's a 6
times. That's 6. That's a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot. And about a 1 month span. But my point is.
Wait, you were talking about going in on Raven close to day one, right? Or no?
Yeah. Well, say whenever I purchased Polymath, which is 2018, like around there.
April 2018?
Yeah.
So 3 cents.
3 cents.
You would have doubled if you would have held all this time.
But look what happened to Polymath. Like if you bought it at $1.
84% loss.
Yeah, exactly. So you probably would have had like a
net zero.
Which is better than negative 86%. But my point is that, and the reason why Ravencoin got so much hype is because it got an investment from a billionaire, Patrick Byrne, the CEO of Overstock. That, as far as I know, that's the only reason what drove up the price. Because literally, as soon as that announcement came out, the price started spiking up.
Yeah.
But so yeah, hedge your bets.
Yeah.
Allocate your money, spread it out. Don't go all in
on anything. Especially the more volatile, the less you go all in.
Yeah. Like no matter how certain you are, like you don't know what the market's going to do.
Yeah.
The market just does its own thing. It's wise to.
I want to see what the.
And again, that is not investment advice. This is just. I'm just.
We never give investment advice.
Cataloging my own experiences for my son in the future.
Yeah. So that way he doesn't get angry. It's like, dude, what were you doing when Bitcoin was at 8,000? It's at 80,000 today, Dad.
Exactly, and I can explain to him all the fortunes I missed out on.
Yeah,
from my own stupidity.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, so
anyways, back to Binance. Binance is a total scam.
Binance?
That's what I think.
I don't know, dude.
We've been debating like all week.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I have, what's the word I'm looking for? I have mixed feelings about Binance. No, because I liked Binance because I was there at the beginning and I was one of the first users of it.
Yeah.
But because of that, I kind of like see their personality more than you do because, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like you didn't see the trading competition, did you?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Okay, let me explain it to you. Like it's literally you have Binance as an exchange, and every month they announce a trading competition for a fucking arbitrary coin they get to choose.
Mm-hmm.
They just say, hey, here's this badass BMW i8. It's $100,000 car. Yeah. Everybody is competing. Everybody who trades on the exchange is competing. Whoever has like the most successful trading outcome over a week or 2 week span, wins this car. But you have to trade this specific coin only.
You know what I mean? You trade that coin and you have to have
the highest ROI, basically. Just day trading it.
Oh shit.
For like a week or 2 weeks. So what does this incentivize people to start doing? Start pouring their money into this coin, right?
Yeah, but...
And that's exactly what happened. The first one they did was Tron. If there's any coin Binance wants to create a fucking a way to funnel in artificial money.
Yeah.
This wasn't organic growth based on fundamentals. This was a competition for a fucking car.
Yeah.
Or like a vacation or something. And it was Tron was the first one. So when I saw that, I was immediately like, oh, the reason why is because whenever Binance launched, Tron was their ICO.
Right.
Because they were doing IEOs before IEOs were a thing. They didn't call them IEOs. They were just called ICOs back then on Binance.
Yeah.
But you can probably Google that.
But Tron's peaked twice during.
Go back to before that.
Yeah. So
I bought it when it was like 0.002. Right there. That's why I bought like 2 million Trons right there. I had 2 million
Holy
Trons.
Crap.
Which was nothing. It was like $2,000.
Yeah.
Like $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah.
But I ended up selling them before that pop because I started reading Tron's white paper.
Yeah.
Half of it was plagiarized. Literally half of their white paper was copy and pasted from other projects. And the dude, Justin Sun's explanation was because it was a language... because it was all in Chinese, a translation error.
Yeah.
He said it was too hard to translate, so he just had to copy it from somebody else. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
That's not an excuse, bro. Like, I could hire a fucking translator for $50 an hour to translate your white paper for you, dude.
Yeah.
But whatever, he got away with so many lies, but the reason why that pump, not that one, that was just the bull market.
This one.
No, the very first one, like
this one here
from like that death line where like it was 0.002.
Yeah,
that's it. That was a trading competition. It went from like zero volume. Nobody was talking about Tron. Nobody gave a fuck about Tron.
True.
And all of a sudden it was like the fucking talk of the world because there's a competition going on, and never lost steam since then.
Yeah, the competition, it looks like it happened in early December 2017.
You could probably Google that right now. Like Google Binance Tron trading competition. I bet you the date is on there. Dude, I hope I don't get assassinated by fucking like some Chinese
Justin Sun.
God damn.
Okay, Binance announces TRX trading competition, 1 million TRX coin giveaway. So most importantly, September 6, 2018.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, this was a post craze.
It's for 2017.
2018. So it looks like they continuously have these competitions like throughout the year.
I don't know if they still do it or not. Honestly, I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. June 28, 2018. Binance on Twitter, Binance Tron trading competition.
Oh, it's just like they just keep on doing it for Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Shit.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Like, there's some kind of connection with Tron and Binance.
Look, February 2019, Binance announced a new trading competition.
What?
Giving away 200 million of BTT.
That's one of their fucking tokens, dude. That's BitTorrent.
Oh, that's right.
One of their Launchpad tokens.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even know they were still doing this. Did you see what I'm saying now, right? Like they're playing favorites here. Like they're funneling in artificial volume into these tokens. They're all Binance related.
Yeah.
On their exchange. Which to me screams fuckery. This is straight up fuckery, dude.
Yeah, and then that's not all. BTT holders who don't trade but hold more than 1.5 million of BTT during the competition will split a pool of 50 million,
bro,
proportionally.
Dude, this is straight scams, bro. We need to alert the SEC right now. I'm just kidding.
That's weird, dude. But I mean, all this stuff you could take advantage of. You let these like guys try to win.
And I did, honestly, like I caught onto this.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of money just by buying. Like as soon as they announced the trading competition, I just bought that shit and just sat back and like scratched my nuts for a few days, and then come back and like, oh, what do you know? I made a 2x return. Who would have saw that coming?
Yeah. See, I mean, this is important. I mean, if you're going to be trading and you're going to exit at the top, I mean, you want to know when Binance is shilling one competition or another.
Exactly, because Binance is the god. And they constantly coming up with schemes. And today, I'm telling you,
yeah,
the new trend is their Launchpad. We have tons of evidence to show that Binance is kind of like creating artificial volume. I call it artificial volume.
Artificial interest.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
They're pumping their own products.
Yeah.
Through their own exchange because they can.
Right.
Because they're that powerful. They can get away with it because they're in like some Goldilocks zone. Hong Kong. Can you pull up a map of Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Hong Kong? For some reason, they're in a Goldilocks zone. Like they don't have to abide by China's rules.
Right.
But they're like right next to China, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Hong Kong, Shenzhen, China.
Okay, so they're bordered to China. See, I don't know the history of Hong Kong. Why it's its own independent thing? Holy fuck, dude! Look at that, dude. China's massive. Holy shit!
Well, we're also looking at it's pretty
China's
big.
Fucking huge, and Hong Kong is like this little shithole, right? It's like the Rhode Island of China,
right?
Or something like that. But
dude, we should go to Hong Kong.
Yeah, dude, you know where I want to go? Singapore.
Yeah, me too, man.
Singapore apparently is like the crypto mecca of like Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And it's like right down the street from Thailand, so that's the shit.
Yeah.
Tons of hookers in Thailand. Good times, Willis. But see, I'm getting all riled up, dude. I don't know why I'm so passionate about this.
But that's the thing. You should take advantage of this knowledge, though.
I am. And I'm kind of like letting everyone else know who's listening. You early listeners are lucky bastards. Because I'm kind of like,
and not only that, we're seeing the beginning of another bull run. All these altcoins are going to do 20, 30x.
Yeah, they're tied together.
Yeah,
again, because yeah, you don't do it now. Like while Bitcoin's on a tear.
Yeah, no.
You kind of just like let Bitcoin do its thing, and then once it retracts, watch, dude. What's it called? Harmony.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, watch fucking Harmony launch, please. Like whenever you see Bitcoin start to retrace, just look to see what happens to the price of Harmony.
Yeah.
Like just please.
Is that available to buy right now? Harmony?
Yeah, no, I think the lottery just ended like right now, tonight.
Harmony coin.
No, that's not it. It's just called Harmony. But go to the Binance Launchpad. If you want, like start explaining what Harmony is while I make a new drink.
Yeah, sure.
Have I done? The only thing I know about it is it's an Ethereum competitor, or it's another. What's the word I'm looking for?
Look at this
multi-purpose smart contract platform.
Yeah,
right. But it's
so it's supposed to solve scaling.
Exactly. It's just like how EOS built their blockchain with scalability in mind.
Right.
See, these guys are doing the same shit.
Yeah. So
they're starting out proof of stake. They have like an on-chain governance model, just like EOS does, and they're using plasma and sharding concepts, basically. That this is all shit Ethereum came up with, but they have trouble implementing because Ethereum's running already.
Right.
Exactly. Right. But I mean, who the fuck cares? do we need another smart contract platform? Like for real?
Well, I guess the difference between this one and Ethereum is that this one is going to launch soon, but it's also scalable versus Ethereum is working on their scalability solution.
So then this is like the perfect example of how valuable network effect is, right?
Well, absolutely.
Because this apparently is the better product.
Well, it is a better product, but does anybody give a shit? Yeah.
That's my point.
That's a good question.
That's my point. Like right now, everyone's still like nut hugging Ethereum as hard as they can, right?
So what are you predicting with Harmony? Well, once they launch on to be tradable?
Based on previous experience from Binance, this is on Binance Launchpad token, right?
Right.
So this means an IEO,
right?
Which
took place on May 28th, by the way.
No. It ends May 20th. It started on the 19th, and all you had to do to participate in this is hold. This is another reason why I think Binance is shit. You hold Binance coin or Binance token, which is kind of what I did. Remember I said, Willis, let's buy BNBs. I did it. Yeah. What happened? The price went up because they want you to hold their token for a week. Yeah. And if you hold your tokens for like a whole week, let's say you put 1,000 BNB, Monday through Wednesday. Yeah. And then Thursday through Saturday, it's 500, not 1,000. You took out half your BNBs. Okay. Yeah. They average out those 7 days, your BNB holdings. And they have it like brackets. It's like if you have less than 200 BNBs during that averaging period, you get one lottery ticket. If you have between 2 or 500, you get 2 lottery tickets. If you have over 500, you get 3. So you increase your likelihood of qualifying for these IEO tokens. It's a lottery. Well, you wouldn't be able to qualify for an IEO token, right? Well, if I did, I wouldn't be able to redeem it because I'm a U.S. cuck citizen. Straight cucked by the government. Yeah. So but I still bought BNB anyways. Why? Because I had a feeling for sure the Harmony hype is real. Yeah. People are buying into this whole Binance Launchpad thing. Everyone who can qualify for the IEO are the ones going to be. They want in on this lottery. So I knew BNB price was going to go up. Yep. That's why I bought it. The end. But what's going to happen to Harmony? I mean, it's going to moon, right? That's what happened to Matic. Matic did a 10x. Harmony has a good team. But on the launch of this Harmony coin, you kind of want to wait to see if it could go down on day one. Usually they do. Yeah, because people are reaping their profits. They dip. Yeah. It dips for like a week. Yeah. Maybe a few days because people are like, again, the seed investors are taking profits. Yep. Maybe not all of it. It depends on how, confident they are. Exactly. If they want to hold through that because they think in the long term, I have a feeling this one's just going to boom right on launch. I have a feeling, but we'll see. But my point is, pay attention to this. I don't know when it hits the exchange. I know the lottery qualification ends on the 27th, right?
Well, it says here, Harmony IEO on Binance Launchpad will take place on the 28th, and it will be held under the new lottery format of the platform. The hard cap of the IEO is 5 million. The public sale token price is set to 0.003 cents.
0.0. Damn, dude, that's cheap as fuck. That's like Tron, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that's true.
That's Tron prices. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm skeptical. What do you think? After like the evidence, I showed you a little bit of evidence. You found some on your own.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about Binance?
Well, I think obviously what they're doing is it looks kind of shady, but it's something that you can understand and hedge against. So if you know, like, for example, Harmony's going to come out, like you're saying, if it's going to be like, it starts at 0.003 cents, it could either go down to like almost nothing and trade at like even smaller than 0.003 cents.
But remember,
or it could explode.
The price of the token means nothing, right?
No, yeah, it means nothing, but it's relative to the cap. Like, for example, it's 0.003 because there's going to be 1 billion coins.
Yeah, probably like 5 billion or something. I don't know. The EOS has 1 billion and it's not that cheap.
$6.
Yeah, it's not in the less than a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's probably like 100 billion actually. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tokens out there. That makes me even more skeptical, dude. They're going the same token route as Tron, dude.
Yeah. See, I'm liking Matic. I'm liking Polymesh.
Yeah, well, Polymesh is unrelated to the conversation because it's not a Binance affiliate.
Yeah, you know that's true. That's true.
I'm contending that all Binance affiliated tokens are like artificially manipulated and pumped by Binance itself.
And they're probably technically useless too.
Meaning what?
Like they don't have an application.
Exactly. I don't even know. Like
I guess other than Matic,
just white papers again. I think. I don't think these are actual legit projects either. They're just as crappy as ICOs, dude.
Well,
as far as we know.
Yeah, I want to see a development company use Matic's second scaling solution.
I could be wrong. Matic might actually have like some
value
shit.
Yeah,
but the price pump is what I'm.
Yeah, that's what you're concerned about
as a trader or investor.
Yeah, you really don't care. Yeah, you really don't care. It's all about market sentiment on a particular coin.
Exactly.
And to your point, in the case of Harmony, it has like a lot of traction from a general population standpoint, a general conversation standpoint. Not because of what it is. Yeah, not because of what it is, but because of who it's connected to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's preceding this Matic. Everyone saw Matic.
Right.
How do you not see it? They do it 10x during. I mean, technically, we're not in a bear market anymore, but while it did its 10x, all the other major like top 10 altcoins, maybe 10%, maybe 15%.
Yep.
You know, but this motherfucker 10x.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, over that same time span, you know. So again, this is a new trend. Something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Whether or not you want to get involved, because it's speculative, it's risky, it's crazy, it's a little wonky. So we'll see.
So I sent you another text during the week, and looks like Bitcoin Cash got a 51% attack. Did you see that?
I heard about it. I didn't see your text though.
Yeah, so 51% attack happened on Bitcoin Cash, and of course Roger Ver didn't say anything about it.
Well, we were talking about that, right? Like, because why? Because their mining network's more centralized than Bitcoin, right?
Well, not necessarily, but the amount of hashing power, it's significantly smaller than Bitcoin, and so it doesn't take a whole lot of computers to run a 51% attack.
Why is that?
And so think of it this way:
less of a network, like less people who are mining it, pretty much.
Well, what you can do with a smaller network is say you could call your buddy who has 25% of the network, and so another one who has 35%. You get them together to say, go to a single block, change the data on this block, and then continue mining on this chain instead of the other chain. And so what happens is you completely eliminate the concept of a double spend, because you have a chain that's going, right? You bought your furniture on this chain.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, because these miners colluded, they switched to a brand new chain that didn't even account for your furniture purchase.
Yeah.
So you got your furniture purchase for free because on previous to the kind of fork that they made, you had your Bitcoin that you originally used to buy your furniture. So essentially you got your furniture for free because now the miners are mining a whole new chain.
So who did it? Do you know?
I don't know. No.
Nobody knows?
No,
I think, a way to find out?
I think there's a way to find out, but
it has to be like the Chinese, right? Because don't they own like a huge portion of the network? Just like
yeah, but what happens on these networks is they tend to mine not only one crypto. So they mine both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash or Zcash. It depends. Whatever algorithm that they're currently mining in their ASICs, if that algorithm works for other crypto, then they mine that instead.
Really? So they can mine a bunch of cryptos, not just Bitcoin. What? It's bullshit.
Yeah, but if one so an ASIC is an application specific integrated circuit, so it runs one algorithm. So in this case for Bitcoin, it runs the SHA-256 algorithm. It's just a hashing algorithm.
Yeah. And
so if another cryptocurrency like Bitcoin Cash is using SHA-256, then they just switch that miner.
And does it? Do you know?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So
yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah. So they just basically do a switch from Bitcoin to...
this just now new conspiracy just entered my head.
What is it?
Hat. He's like, who created Bitcoin Cash? Roger Ver, Jihan Wu. Those are like the big whales who like...
Yeah, I don't know if they created it, but they're like...
I think they're the drivers, the driving force behind this fork. Yeah. They're the ones shilling it, right? Yep. Especially Roger Ver.
Yeah, every day.
If you're this fucking mega miner guy, Jihan Wu, he has like 50% of the Bitcoin network like in his fucking warehouses in China, where the fuck.
Yeah.
So he could also mine this new imaginary forking coin he created, or maybe Roger Ver created. They're working together for his benefit because he's like, I'm going to create this new coin.
Yeah.
You're going to mine it. You're going to make all these profits. We'll probably like split the profit type shit, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't. I don't know if they really needed a fork, but they probably did it for financial reasons, right? To make more money.
Well, I mean...
Because now they don't just have Bitcoin mines, they have Bitcoin Cash mines too. It's like you're doubling your value out of your equipment.
But
it's a good move.
The way that Roger Ver shills Bitcoin Cash, it seems that he really believes in Bitcoin Cash over Bitcoin Core.
Dude, of course you would if you fucking... Dude, it's just like Peter Schiff shilling gold, bro. You don't believe in him, do you?
No. But... I think he actually believes in gold though. Like it still has an application today.
Well, he does, but he's shilling so hard because he's a.
But what I'm saying is, so let me distinguish what I'm saying. It's basically they shill because they believe in the coin, not because they're going to make more money shilling the coin. That's what I'm saying. And what you're saying is they're shilling because they have an incentive to shill because they make more money.
Exactly.
And so that's where we disagree. Is that I think they're shilling because they believe in Bitcoin Cash.
I think that's how we disagree as humans. Will I think you're more like an optimist. I'm a cynic.
I'm. But you know what? This is
I'm a straight skeptic when it comes to every.
I have to agree with Elon though. He says I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right.
Fuck that, dude. I see what I see, man. And I know how greedy humans are, man.
And you have a point. There's an incentive for them to shill the coin, right? They have a vested incentive.
It increases the value of Bitcoin Cash, right?
Well, it increases the value of their own bags of Bitcoin Cash. That's really what we're talking about.
And it allows them, because I didn't know that until you just told me. I didn't know. I thought they had to have like separate equipment for Bitcoin Cash.
Well, they do. So the reason, so you're right. They do have to have separate equipment only if you're mining a coin with a different algorithm.
But so I understood that. You do that. But I asked, is Bitcoin Cash running the same? What'd you call it?
Yeah, it's a SHA-256.
And you said yes.
Yes.
So they don't need. It's like zero overhead. All of a sudden, you double your revenue. Essentially,
well, they're not running at the same time. That's what I'm. So you can't, because an application specific circuit is running one thing and one thing only. For Bitcoin ASIC. For your ASIC is either going for Bitcoin or for Bitcoin Cash. It's not at the same time.
See, you totally bamboozled me there.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, conspiracy out the window. Roger Ver is truly Jesus. Then his intentions are pure, boys. Because give him a chance.
Yeah. So here's why that's important. Because once, let's say Bitcoin crashes, it crashes to like $1,000, and at $1,000, it's not profitable to mine Bitcoin from from the mining pool's perspective, then all they do is they switch some of the machines to mine Bitcoin Cash.
That's true. You're totally right, because that was part of the whole.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That was part of the whole Bitcoin Cash civil war. Yeah, because like they're threatening to switch their hashing power to Bitcoin Cash or something like that. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
They basically just like push a button. It's like we're mining Bitcoin Cash. Okay, never mind. Whew.
Yeah. So
I thought I was onto something there.
But the point is that Bitcoin Cash got a 51% attack. Yours truly, Braj Rivera, hasn't said anything about it. He continues to show Bitcoin Cash as if nothing happened.
And 51% attack essentially means what? Like the chain has no purpose, or
the chain that originally got hacked, if you will, or how do you say this? The chain that originally existed that no longer exists after the 51% attack. All the transactions that occurred are no longer are valid, meaning they don't,
because they could have altered something. Right?
Well, they're okay. So think of
the attacker.
Think of the chain, right? Just imagine a chain.
Okay.
And the chain continues in time, and then there's this 51% attack, and that 51% attack says, "All right, somewhere in the middle of the chain, I want to change the transactions there. I want instead of Bitcoins going to this guy, I want Bitcoins going to this other guy." Right.
Which could be themselves, right?
Like, which could be themselves.
Whoever did this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it could be the very fact that, hey, I as a miner didn't like what happened in the transaction chain. I'm just going to completely switch over. Kind of like what they did with the DAO Ethereum hack that occurred.
You know what happened there?
I don't. I knew what happened, but I forget.
That was a 51% attack, wasn't it?
It was like a rollback, a scale back of the blockchain. So it was sort of like a 51% attack, but more of like undoing what a hacker did and stealing coins.
A hacker?
The hacker stole coins. Ethereum coins.
Okay.
And
from what, like an exchange or?
No, from one of their, I think one of the smart contracts had a vulnerability.
A bug or something?
A bug, and they took advantage of that bug, and all these coins went to the hacker's account.
Damn.
And so what they did is in the blockchain, they were like, okay, so this is the block where all the coins went to the hacker. Instead of going to the hacker, I'm going to create a new block where this event, this hack never even happened. And so, of course, people had a problem with that. They're saying, well, if you change the chain and then it's not immutable, then you can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Who did it? Just Ethereum itself?
Ethereum themselves, yeah. Vitalik and everybody greenlined it.
Ooh-wee.
And so now, and that's why there's a fork in the chain called Ethereum Classic.
Holy fuck, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Ethereum Classic had a history where a hack occurred.
Yeah.
So in Ethereum Classic, that hacker has his coins, and it's worth the Ethereum Classic coins.
Classic coins, yeah.
Yeah. So technically, the hacker was still successful to a certain extent. Maybe, let's say, I don't remember how much he stole, but let's say he stole $20 million, and with an Ethereum Classic, it's worth $10 million.
Yeah, let's say that. Because
Ethereum is Ethereum, and then we have Ethereum Classic, which is, it doesn't have the brand name.
That's interesting. So, but in Ethereum's case, the OG chain was less valuable.
Yeah.
In Bitcoin's case, OG chain is more valuable.
Exactly.
Because there's no hacks on Bitcoin.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, these forks are just disputes, pretty much, like how to run the network.
Yeah, and think of it this way: in Bitcoin, the OG chain, the OG chain has coins going to hackers, right? Throughout the history of Bitcoin, you have blocks where coins go from a wallet that got hacked, and those coins go to the hacker. And so when that happened to Ethereum, they're like, we're not gonna stand for this. We're just gonna change to a whole new block, to a whole new chain, in order to remove the hacker's attack.
And that's what CZ proposed. Remember? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what he proposed.
Whenever Binance got hacked, he's like, "It's like, guys, let's just roll back Bitcoin.
Yeah,
fuck it."
Which
that was pretty funny.
I can see them. I can see CZ doing that. Well.
No,
Ethereum. I see Ethereum doing that because they actually did it and they were successful, even though it was like completely controversial. But scaling back Bitcoin, that's like a network that's not owned by anybody. It's not like Vitalik's Ethereum.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the same thing.
It's true.
And so by him saying that, I mean, that's completely stupid.
Yeah. Well, it's because he said he consulted with Jihan Wu.
Yeah.
The guy who owns 50% or something more of the Bitcoin networks. All he has to do is call up his homeboys.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it.
See,
and that's the problem with proof of work. It's vulnerable to this type of shit. These are legit concerns.
It is.
Because the power of the network is in the hands of a few people.
Yeah, but you know what? You can easily lose that game, which is in Silicon Valley that you need to watch. By the way, yes, mining, 51% attacks, all that shit is in Silicon Valley.
Oh, what episode? Did I watch the ICO one?
No.
Is it like before or after that?
No, it's in that season. I think it's in that season. It's probably the season's finale, but you should watch the whole thing. Yeah, but anyway, what was I going to say about the 51% attack?
I don't know, but I finally started watching Silicon Valley.
What do you so do you like it?
It's all right. I told you I watched the first 4 episodes and I kind of got the gist. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to fast forward to the last episode, look for the crypto stuff.
Before you saw the first episode, what did you think Silicon Valley was about? Like exactly
that. Exactly. Because there's nothing I wasn't expecting. Dude, Silicon Valley is
when I first heard about Silicon Valley, I thought it was going to be some documentary about going to Silicon Valley companies and talking to them.
I knew it was a comedy. Oh, okay. I knew already ahead of time it was a comedy, so I just figured it'd be like Big Bang Theory, but like with titties or something.
Yeah,
are there titties in it? I haven't seen one yet. It's on HBO. No. Dude, what the fuck?
No, there's not, man.
What a fail, dude. Why is it on HBO then?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I want to see some nerd tits. But
so you saw the first episode.
I laughed.
Yeah,
it was genuinely funny. It's got its charm.
Yeah,
it's cool. You kind of it's accurate.
And you're rooting for Richard Hendricks like the entire time.
Who's that?
The guy who did what's Pied Piper?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's like a bunch of nerds in Silicon Valley. And it's like about the culture of that.
And
part of the world.
Nerds becoming super powerful.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how they even talk about it themselves. Like, there's so much money in Silicon Valley, they're just throwing it around like fucking peanuts. Like, dude, we have so much cash. Like, what do we do with it? We'll just invest in this shit startup. You go have $8 million. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
They're like throwing like these big ass parties and shit, like fucking hookers and I bet you that's like so spot on.
Yeah,
it's like a bunch of kids who like spent their whole college years just studying.
Yeah,
all of a sudden they're millionaires. They probably get addicted to drugs and like sex.
Yeah.
Their companies fall apart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's pretty interesting. That's why there should be more tits in that show.
And which is why you should continue watching it. It's fantastic.
Right. I'll watch it somewhere. It's not bad. Pretty cool.
So we've gone through a 51% attack with Ethereum and then Bitcoin Cash. And, it's just funny that every time that Roger Ver posts something, it's about shilling Bitcoin Cash. And you look at all the comments on that post. It's like, hey, do you have any comment on the 51% attack?
Does he still have Bitcoin? Or did he sell all his Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash?
I don't know. I'm sure he does, but
yeah, he'd be stupid if he sold all his Bitcoin.
I'm sure he does.
I think he does.
But that's all he talks about, how Bitcoin Cash is better.
Exactly.
And then Crypto Chico, he did a video he showed some website that shows the highways. And so they show Bitcoin Cash's highway is like 8 lanes long, and they show Bitcoin Core highway 2 lanes long, and Bitcoin Core has like traffic going through the highway. Do you remember that video?
I haven't watched like many of his videos. How many videos have you watched of that?
Well,
kid?
I think I started watching like on automatic, and so let me go and find this.
He's got good content. I've watched a ton of these YouTube creators on these fucking crypto YouTubers. Like I said, most of them are like super dry and boring, like super technical stuff. He's got some interesting, he kind of fucks up too. Like he, in 2017 recommended Confido, the scam.
Oh no.
He himself got burnt on that one,
Yeah. Did he comment on it though?
Oh yeah, he has. But he made a mistake. But he's had some good calls too. Like he invested in some good shit. Neo.
There he is.
I don't know what else.
Check that out, dude. Bitcoin Cash highways versus Bitcoin Core.
What does this even mean?
So this is a visual representation of the transactions happening on both the networks.
What's the website called so anybody can check this out?
It's called transactionhighway.com. It's
TX Highway.
TXhighway.com.
And what is it?
And so this is just a visualization of the transactions going on the Bitcoin Cash network versus Bitcoin.
So what are those cars?
And these cars are transactions.
Like actual live transactions?
Transactions.
What's going... Okay, so Bitcoin Cash has 2 lanes.
No, Bitcoin Cash has like 10, 15 lanes.
There's more. That's like 30.
Yeah.
That's a fuck ton of lanes.
And then Bitcoin
What do the lanes
Core.
represent?
So this is 1 megabyte blocks, and this is... I don't know what the hell this is.
There's just like nothing going on in Bitcoin Cash.
And that's the point.
They have like all this space for no reason?
Yeah, all this space for no reason.
Well, the reason is because they want to be like... They want these lanes to be flooded, right? But they can't.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Because they don't have that. They don't have the network effect.
The argument was Bitcoin Cash is better because it has bigger blocks.
Or more lanes.
Or more lanes.
Okay.
And
so
clearly,
less congestion, less traffic.
And clearly it's not really affecting anything.
Well, it is as far as like architecture goes.
Yeah.
The only thing it's not is just the demand's not there for Bitcoin Cash, dude. Network effect is real. It's powerful.
You know, the other thing is Bitcoin Cash has been like dominating right now in the pricing.
What do you mean? It's been going up?
Yeah, it's been going up like 15% daily.
You showing me this makes me think Bitcoin Cash is better. Honestly.
Really?
Look at it, dude. It's like, would you rather live in a city that has this dumpster 2-lane highway?
But remember, Bitcoin Core is going to be a store of value. So when you have congestion and all that stuff, yeah, that's bad. But that's not what Bitcoin Core is going to be for.
No, but that's not true. They still want to spend Bitcoins, right? Like,
yeah, but I don't. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency, you're not going to be spending Bitcoin at Target. That's not going to happen.
Dude, people are doing it today. What do you mean?
No, they are today. But what I'm saying in the future, that this lane, these 2 lanes are not going to matter because you're gonna be doing, when you use Bitcoin, countries are going to be using Bitcoin to trade with each other.
Okay.
And we're talking about 100 billion to $1 trillion transactions between countries.
Okay.
And so they're going to be using Bitcoin for that.
Why? Okay. So
while we're using other cryptocurrency to buy groceries.
See, but you're saying like countries use dollars to make these billion-dollar trades.
Yeah.
But we still use the same currency to make these 10-cent, 20-cent trades or purchases. You know, so if Bitcoin is the legit currency, it's got to be that
that
versatile. I don't know.
Yeah.
Adaptive, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why, like, in a way, Roger Ver is right. You know, Bitcoin, the way it is, can't perform the way Satoshi wanted it to perform.
Yeah.
He wants it to be like exactly how the US dollar performs, just digital.
Yeah.
You know? And according to this 2-lane application, that shit ain't going to happen. But what it doesn't represent is the Lightning Network, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
There's no Lightning. Like, if the Lightning Network was represented on this, like, what would it look like?
Yeah.
Like a fucking... Huh. Yeah, I wonder what that would look like.
Cars flying over the highway?
Well, there would be something going on the side of the highway, right? And then eventually these cars would get... Whatever's going on the side of the highway would, like, merge and then, like, get on...
Or the teleport. They have, like, this teleport field that shows that cars go in here and they, like, end up over here.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about teleport, but, like, on the side, there would be, like, little bubbles on the side with, like, hundreds of cars in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they would all just go... get sucked into one car somehow.
Yeah.
And then thrown on the highway.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, it's
like Hyperloop shit.
So there's like construction going on. Future home of the Lightning Network.
There you go. Exactly.
God damn, look at that.
They're gonna have to figure out a representation because like, just this alone, Bitcoin sucks.
Well, they should put like a Hyperloop here.
That's what I said. Some kind of like underground tunnel shit going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit going on underground that we don't know about. That's cool. That is cool. But that's cool to see like how crafty Bitcoin Cash is. Dude, nobody's using that shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Why are the cars so tiny, dude? They're like motorcycles.
Yeah, let's zoom in here. Yeah, they are like motorcycles.
They're tiny. I wonder what that means.
Probably tiny transactions, tiny amounts.
Maybe.
We got semis going over here on Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's cool though. I can probably watch. I can look at this all day. I don't know why. It's like mesmerizing. It's like watching ants.
Yeah, txhighway.com. I wish they had highways for all the crypto.
Dude, if you fucking saw this, if EOS was on this, bro, EOS would smoke this shit. Straight smoke it.
So BCH transactions in transit, 259. Any fee confirming time, 0 seconds, 10 minutes. Price per BCH is $437.
This is cool though. I like that people are doing this. It's a dummy version to understand what's going on. You know, simplify things.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, and it's got the real time price on there. That's hot.
So yeah, I like Crypto Chico. His videos are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about, you showed me the video where he was talking about Matic and all the Binance launch coins. And they were all associated with Binance in a way where it's essentially Binance is kind of launching like these fake volumes, essentially.
Fake volume?
Fake interest.
Yeah, that's what we talked about,
well,
right?
Yeah. And so he's agreeing. He's basically, he's making your point.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's not so much you could prove that they're doing something. They're
uncanny how alike they are.
Well, yeah, that again, I sent you a screenshot I took on my Binance. Like I pulled up Binance, I looked at the top performers of the day, and the top 5 were all Binance Launchpad tokens.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and I noticed, I was like, dude,
they're all like 50% plus.
Something like, well, Matic was like in the 100 percentile or something like that. And it's like, this is, meanwhile, like XRP is like 2%, EOS 4%, you know, everything else is like way down compared to that.
Yeah.
So to me, that was very strange. That's what caught my eye. And I was like, dude, this is either, it's a new trend.
Yeah. And last week, there's the semi right there. You see that? That big one?
The big red one?
Yeah.
That's probably Roger Ver like cashing out. It's like, fucking, I'm out, boys. Yeah. Exit scam.
And last week, this time, there was a 60 Minutes video that was happening. Did you get to watch it?
No.
There's nothing shocking. There's just a bunch of people talking about who is Satoshi Nakamoto.
Like basic
yeah. It's the most basic stuff. And you were wondering what the price of Bitcoin was going to do right after 60 Minutes.
That's true. It has gone up since then.
Well, it definitely. Well, it went up today.
Yeah.
But after that 60-minute video, nothing happened. It was like 60 Minutes never happened.
There's no mania yet.
Yeah.
Like,
and still there's no mania, even though there's almost 1,000.
We're not even close to a mania.
Yeah.
I remember I know what a mania feels like, dude. I'm going to be so ready for that next mania cycle. Like, I know how it feels. Literally everybody in my personal life.
Yeah.
My own relatives who I haven't heard from like decades.
Yeah.
Were calling me up. They're hitting me up like, yo, dog. It was like, we're family, right?
What? Were you making these public? These trades public?
No, dude, my fucking dad was a big ass mouth.
Oh.
You know, my dad sees what's going on and he's like making phone calls. He's like, yo, what's going on over there? He's like, oh, my son's just, raking in the dough.
Yeah.
It's like, how's he doing that?
So,
like, have you heard of this Bitcoin thing? And then, all of a sudden I'm getting like inquiries and stuff, which is cool.
So what would they ask? Like,
literally like, can you invest my money for me?
Oh, okay. They weren't asking you for money. They were just.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's not that bad. I thought they were like, hey, I need my car fixed.
No, that's great. He was a little more ballsy because he was my actual.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
sure.
he's like, give me some money, bro.
Yeah.
Type shit. But I'm saying, like, people who normally wouldn't want to talk to me or nothing, they'll just be like, hey. I remember you talking about this shit.
Yeah.
And then like now all of a sudden it's all over the news.
Yeah.
FOMO is building.
That's
it's like,
right.
Damn, I should have listened to this. Did you
note down the price when they call, or like when you heard about?
Dude, it's like,
was it like $10,000 or $15,000 price, or on its way up?
On its way up.
Yeah.
On its way up. And I would tell him like, I can't do it, man, because I don't. Yeah, it's too risky. I don't want to be responsible for you losing 30 grand type shit.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Which likely would have been the case.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, that's interesting.
So yeah, we're never even close to that. More people are.
What would you see online when it was crazy? Like what kinds of things what indicators did you find online, like on Twitter or just articles? Like, how did you know there was mania happening?
Well, for one, again, like the chart explains itself. If you have eyeballs and you're looking at charts, again, if anything's going parabolic, get out. like get out at a reasonable time, because like it's parabolic movements, don't last forever.
Yeah, not sustainable.
It's like physics, gravity. If you throw something straight up, it can't go up forever. It's gonna come right back down. It's gonna come back fast.
Yeah,
same shit happens like in the markets. So you look at that. So I was already anticipating like a big drop. And again, from like investor wisdom, smart money is made in quiet times, like times like these. That's where smart money is getting put into the market.
Yeah, that's why I'm so interested.
That's why it's labeled smart money.
Yeah, and one of the tactics for investing is buying on the way down. Like I was buying Bitcoin on the way down of this bear cycle when it was at 9,000. Then I bought again at 7,000. I just kept buying.
I know. That's everyone's like stupid cost averaging philosophy. Like it doesn't matter if it goes down. You can always just average down type shit.
So, and then I bought even at the bottom, I bought twice when it was at 3,500. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, that was, holy shit. What the hell?
What the fuck was that, dude? Like a swarm just came through Bitcoin Cash.
That's crazy.
Dude, what happened? I'm scared. Something crazy just happened. Whoa. Okay.
I think maybe that was like a transaction block, or I don't know.
It said something unauthorized. Dude, did it say unauthorized? I wish you could. Or undefined. It said something, dude. And it had like this is the red circle with the line in the middle. That means
really?
that's like bad, right?
Oh, I missed that. I didn't see that. I just saw a huge block of cars. I saw it.
There was like a message and it said
within the block, right? Within the block of cars.
It said like something, unauthorized or undefined, something. It's like it was like a transaction that shouldn't have been there. Like every lane was flooded with cars.
Oh, look at this. Microtransactions under $10 is a motorcycle.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. These big red ones that we see, right?
Whales are the buses, the 18-wheelers.
What the fuck is Satoshi Bones? It's like a fucking 4-wheeler. Wow. I'm telling you, dude. Now, I really can watch this all day. Just I want to see that again.
Yeah. That was weird, dude. I've never seen that.
You should probably read the headlines, dude, which is like another 51% attack just happened. Or maybe Roger Ver legit did just cash out. I'm out, boys.
Yeah, that was a lot of vehicles. It could be that a new block was added to the chain. I don't know what that is. Yeah,
we'll leave that up to Bitcoin Cash to explain. We don't have to explain their own shenanigans.
I want to see if there's anything crazy happening.
I don't know.
Yeah, so other than that, I mean, the headline right here is saying Bitcoin's price has hit an all-time high for 2019 at 8,900. So you went in today right at $8,000.
That was purely based on technical analysis.
Yeah.
Nothing fundamental. It was just a gamble. Again, based on meme lines.
Freaking paid off, man.
I drew my meme lines. Yeah, I made some scratch. I got some beer money. Yeah. It was a good day, but those things are hit or miss, man. If you draw a chart pattern.
Yeah.
And if you're a loyal listener, and a loyal block runner, as I like to call y'all, if you go to our website, which is what's it called?
TheBlockRunner.com.
We have blog articles there. Really?
Oh, you got to check it out. Yeah, man, we got to show your blog article about investing in how to invest in Bitcoin.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But part 3 and 4, however long I decide to make it, I'm on part 2 or part 3 right now. First 1 and 2 are pretty much like intro, how to actually get into the market.
Yeah.
How to start and how to protect your assets. Pretty much hardware, ledger nanos, treasures, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Just to start. But eventually I'm going to break down how to actually invest, not just in Bitcoin, but if you listen to the podcast, you can kind of hear what I'm talking about, right? Like how to spot trends, how to analyze the problems with the current technology, and then be mindful of technological improvements. Good example of that is Raiden Network, Matic,
right.
These layer 2 scaling solutions, shit you can invest in that improves on current technology, basically.
Right.
So basically investment philosophy. So what the fuck were we just talking about though? I was going to put something in there.
You're talking about your blog post.
Yeah, but something led me to talking about the blog post. Shit, I lost it.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Let me think. Because we were talking about something. I was like, I'm going to put this in the blog. I'm sorry, boys. No. Whoever's listening. My point is, I was going to put something cool in there in the next blog post.
So, okay, you have 2 blog posts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is about what?
It's like an intro to kind of like what giving a new perspective investor or trader a little more confidence. Okay. And like they're not just buying into a pyramid scheme or something that's
yes
something that's a scam, right?
Sure.
A lot of people who aren't in the market yet, they might look at it like, with a lot of hesitation.
Yeah.
Like they might think like this is
all a scam.
Yeah, like we did.
Yeah.
Like he called it. It's funny money.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. But hopefully these people who think like that will stumble upon my blog post, kind of give them a little bit more
confidence,
reassurance that it's doable.
Yeah.
Because I used to think just like that.
Yep.
And I took that leap and it's paid off for me. And I'm like balls deep in this bitch. And you should be too. And then part 2 is pretty much about like how to actually, like where to go to buy it. Pretty much telling people like go to Coinbase, Gemini, Robinhood, find a good exchange and just buy Bitcoin. Nothing fancy. Just get started, buy some Bitcoin. Because my contention is if you want to get into crypto, there's no better crypto to buy to start with than Bitcoin, right?
For sure. Agreed.
Yeah. In my mind, Bitcoin is like I call it pretty much the ETF for cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what an ETF is, it's like a diversified investment portfolio, like in a certain market sector. Like say you want to invest in tech.
Yeah.
So you buy like a tech ETF. It's got like multiple companies within the sector.
Sure.
So like it mitigates your risk a little bit. Instead of buying like all in Apple,
yeah.
You're buying in, you got like small chunk of Apple, small chunk of Google, Microsoft, everything. It's like spread around the board. So you lesser your risk. So by buying Bitcoin, it's like you're buying into the whole sector because if Bitcoin goes up, everything will go up.
Yeah.
Bitcoin goes down.
Yeah. Everything goes down.
So it's safe. It's a safe bet.
Yep.
That just gets your noodle a little wet into the market. So holy shit, doing it again. Undefined. Oh shit.
Did you see, was it undefined again or?
Undefined Bitcoin Cash transaction confirmed. That's what it said.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That's scary, dude. I want to see, was that 10 minutes ago?
You can't like pause this bitch at certain points? I guess not, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Oh, live transactions over there.
Okay. Damn, that's cool.
And so what's part 3 going to be about?
Well, yeah, what led me to all of a sudden want to start shilling this. We were talking about something, and then I'm gonna put in all my little bits of.
Do we need to go into detail as to what a candle is, why it looks the way it looks?
Fuck.
Because
no.
I don't know if people need to know that or not.
Not because again, I'm not really teaching. I don't claim to be a good trader. That's more like
you're making good trades though.
But a trader is like making multiple trades a day just purely off technicals. And when I mean technicals is what you're talking about, these candlestick patterns, right?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to be a technical trader, which I don't advise any beginner because it's like a beginner.
True. That's a good point.
Focused article, right?
Yeah.
My philosophy is stay away from trading.
Yeah.
As much as you can.
Get into coins. Like if you're going to invest in coins that have fundamental value.
Exactly.
Like Bitcoin.
That's what I talk. Exactly. And then, like I said, when you get your noodle wet, like I said, in Bitcoin, you're going to naturally start to absorb fundamental information, meaning you're going to pay attention to its daily movements.
Yep.
You're going to read headlines about what Bitcoin is, its progression in the Lightning Network.
What they're working on next.
What is the Lightning Network? Then you'll read that article. You're going to Google, what's the Lightning Network?
Yep.
You're going to look up videos.
Yeah. For example, in 2017, when a bunch of the articles were about SegWit 2x.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But that's fundamental knowledge because that's...
So this time they're talking about the Lightning Network because it was just released.
Yeah.
And the lightning torch was being passed around by a bunch of celebrities.
Really?
Yeah, on Twitter. They were passing out like very, very tiny amounts of Bitcoin, like tiny. Like we're talking about pennies here. Mm-hmm. And they were passing around a lightning torch.
Yeah.
So that amount of Bitcoin would reach your wallet and then you would send it to somebody else. And it's just to prove a point that we can send tiny amounts without costing us anything.
Mm.
And I mean, Novogratz got it. Charlie Lee got it. And they're just passing it around. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But see,
that's why you got to get on Twitter, man.
I do. But I probably won't.
That's where I get most of my news, really.
Yeah, that's good shit on Twitter. I'm not disparaging Twitter at all. It's just I just don't fucking like it, dude.
Yeah, really?
I'm just not into social media, man.
Let me see if this will convince you. Elon, he says,
I already know.
I love Twitter.
No, dude, I don't have a Elon boner as hard as you do, dude. Like, come on. Just because Elon says it, I'm not going to jump off the cliff if he does it, dude.
Dude, if Elon says he loves Twitter, there's got to be something good about it.
Dude, why? Does he get like spam his like hentai quotes and stuff? That's all he does. Like fucking post anime shit.
Well, you know why he's doing that, right?
I don't have no idea.
Well, because the SEC is up his ass. And so he's trying to make his Twitter account less focused on his companies and more focused on him being dumb. like plausible insanity, if you will.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
He's trying to build like some kind of case, like he just can't control his impulses.
He just posts random dumb shit, and sometimes he talks about his companies going private at 420, and other times he's talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
And then he's all you've seen the tweets. He tweeted Ethereum once.
Dude, who the fuck advised him to do that?
Well, he's supposed to have like Twitter filters where a lot of his tweets are supposed to go to somebody for approval and then they get tweeted out. But I don't think that's in place yet. And so nobody's really approving it.
That's interesting. No, that's actually not a bad idea.
No, we should, as a matter of fact, we should start a company where celebrities tweet out and all those tweets go to our company. We verify those tweets as in they're not going to affect their bottom dollar. And then we're the ones who are like the difference. We're like the middleman between what they can tweet and what they can't tweet.
What the fuck? You want to like censor Twitter for them?
Well, yeah, man, dude. They could lose a lot of money if they're tweeting out stupid shit, and they can lose their jobs. Like a bunch of CEOs who tweet shit, especially Elon.
So
he's already
like basically a PR firm.
Yeah,
like a very much an online PR firm.
But this needs to be solved technically because they should be able to tweet whenever they want, but those tweets hit the company first. And as long as Elon is not talking about going private at $420, then we can release those tweets. But if he is, we just say, Elon, we rejected this tweet. Oof. Because it affects your SEC standing.
Yeah, but that's like subjective as fuck, dude. Like he might not agree with you. What do you mean?
It's objective.
Nah, dude.
You can
like where's the book on like what you can say and not say?
Oh, dude, there is a book.
What book?
Yeah, dude. Like for example, if you're a CEO of a public company, you can't talk about what you're going to come out next, and you can't talk about.
I know that's like super.
Well, that's what Elon was doing. He said he was going to. Yeah, dude. He said he was going to go private. He was going to take Tesla private at $420. That's when the price skyrocketed past $420.
True, I remember that. Yeah.
And the SEC came down on him, and he's not allowed to be a president of any public company for the next 10 years or something like that.
That was a big deal. Yeah, he actually really fucked himself on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how many examples are there besides him?
And then I think he paid out of pocket like $30 million as a fine.
Which is peanuts to him.
Well, $30 million is still $30 million.
I know, but my point is how many people are as fucking ridiculous as him?
I'm sure there's a lot more. There's a lot more.
I don't think so, dude.
Shit, that could be like another regulatory thing that, hey, if you're going to be the CEO of this company, this crypto company.
That's something the government would do, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, they won't do that for the CEO, but they might employ companies who are the middlemen now between the public sector and
some
the tweets.
type of filter. Just another way of regulating. Like,
yeah.
And like the FCC or some shit.
And ultimately, it's for their own good. It's for Elon's own good. Like, he's not necessarily trying to, get SEC up his ass. Right?
Isn't that what like the FCC is? It's like censorship for like TV.
FCC, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
They decide what a TV program can and cannot put out.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, like when players, like NBA players, they start cussing in the press conferences, they get fined for that.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
So
it's something for like... something for like social media.
Yeah.
Well, like I think the platforms themselves are already doing that.
They don't, though. They don't.
No, they do. Like they fucking kicked off...
Oh yeah,
Alex Jones, like off of every single platform because they don't align with their political views and shit.
Well, I mean,
that's more like
he was spreading lies. I mean,
yeah, but freedom of speech, yo. What's wrong with lying on the internet? Who gives a? If you're dumb enough to believe in them, that's your problem. Like he has that right?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But the fact that Facebook didn't like it because it's like anti. SJ Doe, or where the fuck their problem was, is anti-liberal basically. His whole position.
That's a good point. I mean, just because he's lying doesn't mean he should be taken off.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And he's not the only example of that. There's
a couple more. Yeah,
they're just censoring whatever they don't like.
Yeah,
that's another bad thing. This is another case
for crypto,
for blockchain, and decentralizing these
Twitters
networks, these social networks. So that way, Facebook has no say.
Yep.
YouTube has no say. Twitter, nothing has no say.
It is a dangerous kind of playground.
It's what the internet originally was. That's what made it awesome, dude. What fucks everything up is when the normies come in.
Well, no, what actually fucks everything up is people who are starting to sell trafficking on the internet.
You mean like humans?
Yeah. Because then you start bringing for example, the Silk Road. They were selling drugs online.
Yeah.
Right. That was a big deal. That hurt the crypto market for 3 years.
That was a big driver up in the price. People all of a sudden found out, like, dude, if I buy these Bitcoins, I can get my drugs, my fix.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. What a bargain.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Or it's the thing with guns these days. You got to eventually you're going to have to get a license to get a gun. I mean, something needs to regulate some of this stuff. And in this case, we're talking about social media regulation for the high net worth individuals who have something to lose if they tweet out something negative or something that illegal. From SEC's perspective.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. Like decentralized apps sound cool.
They sound cool indeed, but it's not so easy.
Is there a demand by the general public? I remember people freaking out like hard.
That's a good question.
Whenever Facebook,
oh yeah,
remember when Facebook got like busted or selling data or something like that, or what happened?
Yeah. So they had a third party plugin.
Yeah,
and that plugin got compromised, or an authorized company who had access to that plugin to the data.
Yeah,
was just like stealing extra information.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And they're basically. They're just trying to spot trends, right? So they can market to us or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but eventually people found out about it. It hit the news, and there was an actual legit outrage over that.
Well, not only that, Zuckerberg had to answer to Congress.
Yes,
and
that was
his famous water drinking episode.
What?
Well, he drank water like a robot.
No, I gotta see that, dude.
Oh, you haven't seen that, dude? Get out of here,
Zuckerberg. I've heard the memes. It was like Zuckerberg. Yeah. But fuck, dude. But see, my point is the outrage was there. Like that was the perfect time to like shill a decentralized Facebook, but there isn't one yet. You know, it's like, listen, boys, if you don't want boys and girls, if you don't want your information to get cucked by Zuckerberg, it's like sign up for our decentralized. Oh shit!
Would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in?
It's a little loud.
No.
I think
Damn.
maybe what this is all about.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Your right to privacy, the limits of your right to privacy, and how much you give away.
clear now that we didn't do enough to prevent these tools from being used for harm as well. And that goes for fake news, for foreign interference in elections and hate speech, as well as developers and data privacy. We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. God damn it.
Assume Facebook's been served as
Damn, that guy is so old looking, dude. He's gonna die any minute. Holy fuck.
Russia
Have you or anyone at
leveraged.
Facebook
Hold on, you gotta pause this
special
bitch.
counsel's office?
Russia leveraged
You've been interviewed.
Facebook
I have not.
to manipulate
I
the
believe so,
voting
and I
for
careful
for Trump.
because our
And that was
work
part of the
with the
questions
special
that they were asking Zuckerberg.
confidential.
Average ages.
Oh, the average age of the House is 57 and the Senate is 61.
It's like the boomer generation.
So how do you
Dude,
sustain
yeah,
a
dude, the
business model in
fucking.
which users don't pay for your service?
So everyone's so old.
Senator, we run ads.
I see.
You see that?
Wait, hold on. What did he say?
Within WhatsApp.
I
Yes,
missed that one.
He-
Dude, all I saw was Zuckerberg's smug ass smile.
Yeah. He asked, how does Facebook make revenue?
Uh-huh.
And Zuckerberg was just shocked, and he was just sitting there and smiling. He said, "Sir, we run ads."
Yeah.
Like the most obvious thing. I mean, anything that you use for free usually has ads.
But
But
maybe
this
the
guy
senator, maybe he was trying to pry that like they make money selling data or something on the side without
Well,
anyone. Maybe.
probably.
That's kind of like what he's on trial for, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, Senator,
We run
you
ads.
run ads. It's like, how the fuck do you make so much money? Like, what the fuck?
That ever inform your advertisers?
No, we don't see any of the content in WhatsApp. It's fully encrypted.
Let's say I'm emailing about Black Panther within WhatsApp. Do I get a WhatsApp? Do I get a Black Panther banner ad?
Senator, we don't. Facebook systems do not see the content of messages being transferred over WhatsApp.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
Mr. Chairman, I will have my team follow up, and I can make sure that our team follows up with you, and I'll have my team follow up with you. I want to make sure.
Well, he's trained to say that.
Probably be better to have my team follow up. I can certainly have my team get back to you.
Team
on
of
any
lawyers, pretty
specifics
much?
there that I don't know.
Yeah.
Team of his wall of defense.
Well, that's not what I wanted to show you.
I know, but that was
like
interesting too.
Yeah.
Dude, Facebook, man, I swear to God, man. Lately, like, if I meet like a chick and I get her number, but I don't have her Facebook account,
Yeah.
Facebook will recommend me their fucking profile to like add as a friend. So there's like some kind of algorithm there that's connected to my phone. Like if I have her phone number or some shit in
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
they know like we met in the real world. I never post anything, but like they fucking know.
So when you add a phone number to your phone, it shows up on Facebook
As a friend
as
suggestion.
a friend suggestion.
That to me is weird. So
Well,
it's like Facebook has
Do you,
access to.
do you have the Facebook app on your phone?
Yes.
Well, that's because the app has access to your contacts.
Okay.
And so when you add a contact, it goes and pings Facebook and say, is this person available on Facebook? And there she is.
It just shows me.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like you should probably add
It's
this
supposed
bitch
to
so you can,
be-
like,
it's
get it in.
Yeah, it looks kind of conspiracy, intrusive, kind of
Weird.
creepy.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be a useful feature that they claim it's useful, which, I mean, I guess it is. I guess it is.
I don't know. It just makes it like
It's like you add somebody to your phone and Facebook assumes that you want to add them on Facebook. And so it's like, hey, the option's there. We already did it for you. Just click yes.
they're just making it easier for the connection to be made pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought when I saw that, I was like, dude, why are all these like chicks I've been talking to that I don't even talk to anymore? Like all of a sudden there's friend suggestions.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Over your time,
Rewind that?
Chairman Thune and I will make sure.
There should be,
That was it?
well, there should be like a montage of him drinking water. But he drinks water like a robot.
A montage? You fucking serious? A montage of this? A fucking
Like, this is-
PewDiePie?
Yeah, this is a good one.
How many data categories do you store? Does Facebook store on the categories that you collect?
Senator, Can you clarify what you mean by data categories?
There's some past reports that have been out there that indicate that that Facebook collects about 96 data categories for those 2 billion active users. That's 192 billion data points that are being generated, I think, at any time from consumers globally. So how many does Facebook store out of that? Do you store any?
Senator, I'm not actually sure what that is referring to.
How many Facebook like buttons are there on non-Facebook web pages?
Congresswoman, I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head, but we'll get back to you.
Is the number over 100 million?
I believe we've served the like button on pages more than that, but I don't know the number of pages that have the like button on actively.
How many Facebook share buttons are there on non-Facebook web pages?
Why is she asking that, though?
I don't know the answer to that exactly off the top of my head either, but that's something that we can follow up with you on.
Well, it's kind of like...
And do we think that's over 100 million?
Yeah, but so what?
How many chunks of Facebook pixel code are there on non-Facebook web pages?
Maybe
Congresswoman, you're asking
why does it matter?
stats that
like
I
how
don't know
ubiquitous
off the top of my
Facebook
head,
is,
but
or
we
what?
I
can follow up with you
guess.
and get back to you on all of these.
Mr. Zuckerberg, I remember well your first visit to
I mean, I know you could share like porn from Pornhub.
You spoke to the Senate Republican High
I think so. There's a fucking button there.
You said
It's like, would you like to share this porn? You just watched it on Facebook. Really? Dude, that's always like my number one concern. I accidentally push that fucking button.
Yes.
Dude, all of a sudden
There will
everybody
always be a
knows.
version of Facebook that is free. It is our mission to try to help connect everyone around the world and to bring the world closer together. In order to do that, we believe that we need to offer a service that everyone can afford, and we're committed to doing that.
Well, if so, how do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
There he goes.
Senator, we run ads.
I see.
I see.
I see.
Do you know
I
what
see.
Palantir is?
I do.
Some people have referred to them as Stanford Analytica.
See, I think in Zuckerberg's mind, like he's like, dude,
Do you agree?
everyone's stupid but me.
Senator, I have not
type shit. You know?
Do you think Palantir
It's like, how are these people running our shit, like our country? Like, they're so retarded.
Yeah.
how to do these tactics?
Senator, I don't know.
Do you think that Palantir has ever scraped data from Facebook?
Senator, I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
Dude, now imagine trying to
think
explain
that
fucking blockchain to these same people.
Oh, dude.
16 campaign.
It's impossible, dude.
It's impossible.
It's not doable.
Yeah, I agree.
Under Project Alamo.
Like they're fucking struggling to find Facebook's monetization strategy. How the fuck are they gonna figure out blockchain, dude?
Senator,
Cryptocurrency.
Support to the Trump
Good
campaign,
luck, dude.
Similar to what we provide to any advertiser or campaign.
So it's funny because we talked about this before. Andreas Antonopoulos went to Canada to speak with the Senate.
Actually, I watched that.
Did
yeah.
you watch it? It was like 2 to 3 hours long.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Wow,
yeah.
I'm impressed, dude.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool, right?
Well, look again because Canada kind of was not.
They were already interested.
Yeah, they weren't like. They didn't have a tone of like what is this? Like,
Yeah,
you
what-
trying to fuck us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you want to be a better government than us?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck off. No, they were kind of like,
they were
this is
genuinely
cool.
interested.
Yeah.
And, obviously Andreas Antonopoulos hit it out of the park, but
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. It's fucking Andreas, dude. Like,
Yeah, he's
he
just-
could turn anity.
yeah.
That's why I was pissed off that 60 Minutes didn't have him on there.
Yeah,
dude.
for
He would've-
sure.
The whole country would be buying Bitcoin right now.
Yes.
They can't put Andreas on there.
Oh.
He'll fucking ruin the economy. It's
Yeah.
just like, he's too good. God damn. But yeah, this brings up an interesting point again. Oh shit, more Zuckerberg.
There's some pretty good ones, especially one of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you were secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that.
As much as possible, but it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still.
Wait, what? Go back. I gotta hear that again. It was like a slip, dude.
But,
that was like more back.
But I was just referring
right
to myself.
right there.
Or do you just shed your skin?
You kind of need to remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still.
I was human. Lol.
Let's keep watching.
But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
I was just referring to myself in the past.
All right, dude.
Now,
let's not shill too much PewDiePie. Fuck PewDiePie, dude. He doesn't have any.
There's a couple of interviews with Zuckerberg where
okay, let's find those.
They show that that he's pretty weird, but
straight up, hands on his.
Look at that posture, dude. Who has a posture like that? I can't do that.
Well, I think once you're in front of the camera, you start sitting differently.
Fucking proper.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I have a feeling he when he's drinking his morning coffee, that's how he sits.
Well, and not only that,
this is proper human form.
Well, he's got coaches that tell him what to do, like in social situations like that.
Psychology and computer science.
Very long, intense eye contact. He's purposely doing it. Looks away shortly, purposely doing that as well. Thoughts come through, it gives a break, but it's to dominate.
And one of the things that you learn when you study psychology is that there are all these parts of the
they train for this stuff, dude.
Geared.
See how long he's holding that eye contact? Now, normally when you have someone who's submitting to you and you're still continuously dominating them in the fashion that he's doing right now with his body posture, his intense eye contact.
Yeah, his posture is fucking weird, dude. It doesn't look normal.
You can relax and be relaxed as well. So it's
why can't you just be like
atmosphere?
What's up, dog? You're just like laying back and just chilling.
Yeah.
You can't do that, right? He's gotta be perfect.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck that.
I mean, he's running a multi-billion-dollar company with the Senate, like with a microscope on him.
Still, it makes it look like he's got something. He's fucking hiding something, man. He's like trying too hard to look perfect.
Yeah,
you know
no, absolutely.
Anyways, it's interesting though. Facebook is an interesting topic because it makes you think. What's better? Because there's some benefits to like these mega companies, like Google's another example. They're basically aggregating humanity's knowledge and experience and question, and they're using this information to do what? Pretty much probably to create AI is what I'm thinking.
Well, that's part of the reason, yeah. Because a lot of the stuff that the ads that they run, they can have AI start spreading certain ads that wouldn't otherwise get to your screen.
Exactly. So that brings up a debate whether or not do we want to give these companies this much power, this much access to humanity's thoughts and privacy, so that they can deliver these type of technological advancements, or do we want to be like, fuck that, we don't need that?
Yeah.
We want to keep our own
identity
thoughts, our own privacy to ourselves.
Yep.
At the expense of these potential
and there's a lot of crypto companies trying to tackle that too. The only issue is there's how many 2 billion users on Facebook? Oh, and did you hear about the global coin that Facebook is looking to come out with?
Yes, I haven't looked into it, but that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Do you know anything about it?
All I know is that they're looking into it, and they've. The funny thing is, guess who Zuckerberg contacted? Gemini. Guess who runs Gemini?
Oh, fucking Winklevi's.
Hey, look at that. Zuckerberg and Winklevi back together.
Reunion.
Yeah.
Wow. That should be a fucking...
It's like college reunion right there.
That's a sequel.
10-year reunion.
That's the next Facebook movie.
Yeah.
It'll be the crypto version. Somehow fucking Zuckerberg's going to steal something from them.
Winklevi is the one who steals something from Zuckerberg.
That's true. It'll be like a revenge story.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
That would, right?
Yeah. It'd be like if the Winklevis all of a sudden, like 20 years from now, they're like the first trillionaires or something.
Yeah.
With their combined pool of Bitcoin.
Yeah, imagine that they end up being the first trillionaire over Zuckerberg.
And then they create like a decentralized Facebook, and then Facebook dies.
What a
story that would be.
That would be.
The Zuckerberg just like left there crying in the corner. It's like,
oh man, that would be so awesome.
It's like the greatest like comeback story of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how true
the youngest billionaire. The youngest billionaire loses to the youngest trillionaire.
Well, they'll be like the only trillionaires probably. Like, let's say Bitcoin gets $1 million each. Like, who else is going to be up there besides Satoshi? I guess Roger Ver.
Yeah, but I would imagine the Winklevi being the youngest of the trillionaires.
Yeah,
but it makes a good story.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you somehow comes out on top in the future because of their Bitcoin holdings, their involvement in the crypto space,
which seems very likely, though. I mean,
I don't know.
It's very likely.
Yeah, if it does happen, then Zuckerberg's going to end up losing.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll be wealthier than him. And then if they want, they'll be like, well, I'm going to buy Facebook.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, then they just transition to a decentralized Facebook, using Facebook.
Yeah, so this is Zuckerberg trying to play catch up somehow.
Damn,
that's interesting. That is something I didn't know about the Winklevoss Zuckerberg connection.
Yeah,
but that's cool.
Yeah. So Facebook will come out with their global coin, obviously with $2 billion user base. I mean, 2 billion user base. Mm-hmm. That coin is going to be pretty successful.
Do you have any idea what its purpose, its intention?
Probably just a coin to trade amongst their platform.
What? For what?
Yeah, just
what can you buy?
Like, not necessarily buy anything on Facebook, but you can tip people. The other thing is you can send money to people just by text messaging them.
But it'd be like Facebook's.
It'd be Facebook's money.
Interesting.
Facebook coin.
I gotta look into that for sure. Because that's huge. And you know what? There's speculation going on. You know how EOS has like a June announcement or something?
Oh, apparently? Really?
There's speculation floating around. I don't think it's... Every time anybody tries to speculate anything for EOS, it's always wrong.
Oh, really? But hey, I heard Dan Larimer is like leaving EOS or something.
I need something more than just I heard. You didn't, people say that every week about the guy. You know,
you didn't see that? Come on, man.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere, dude. But you know, Block One, they hold.
Oh, was it Block One? Maybe I'm not thinking Dan Larimer. It should have been Block One.
Oh no, I think you're thinking about Peter Thiel or no, Mike Novogratz. He sold.
Yeah, there you go.
He sold his position in Block One, but he made like 130% return. He sold it to Block One. Like they pretty much bought back their shares from him.
That's what it was.
Novogratz, which is the guy, we bring him up a lot. But he's like that Wall Street bull guy, right? Like he early investor in Ethereum. He bought a shit ton of Bitcoins during the Bitcoin Cash Civil War. He's an early investor in EOS and Block One, and the dude's pretty much like hitting it out of the park every corner he takes in the crypto space.
Yeah.
You know? And in this case, like he was an early investor. You know who else invested in Block One? Peter Thiel.
Yes.
Yeah. And if anyone knows who Peter Thiel is, he's a co-creator of PayPal, right?
Yep.
Right there with Elon.
Yep.
The guy's he's no scrub.
Yeah, he's part of the PayPal mafia.
And he's like the earliest investor for Facebook, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
He's the guy who handed Zuckerberg that first big ass check.
Yep.
And he got probably billions for that.
Yep.
So this guy invested into Block One too, which is the creator of EOS. If that shit don't tell you something,
but
I don't know what it will.
No, they invested in EOS, but this guy Novogratz is leaving Block One. I mean, he's
not a part of it. He's just an investor.
Yeah, but
he's an investor.
I agree. I get it. Yeah. He's getting his profit, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you believe in EOS, why not keep EOS?
Well, he hasn't sold any EOS, I don't think. He just sold his shares in Block One, like share of ownership.
Yeah.
Not exactly. I mean, he made 130%, man. I don't know. I don't know exactly. Yeah, there's people speculating that's not good news. You could take it however you want. It's bad news in the sense that, yeah, an early investor is cashing out and he's
it looks like there's no confidence in Block One and EOS. That's what it looks like on the surface, but
no, there's no confidence in Novogratz in Block One, right?
What do you mean?
Because he's leaving.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if an executive leaves the coin or a company, it looks like that company that there's no confidence that investor has no confidence in that company.
But he wasn't an executive though. He's just an investor, and he made a good return. But again, on the flip side, it looks good because Block One was willing to pay that amount for their own shares.
Right.
So Block One knows it's kind of like when a company does a stock buyback from its investors. It's kind of like a company's confidence in themselves. Like,
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So it's like it's a double-edged thing.
Yeah. It's sort of like, if you're the company, you're like, hey, Iman, you want to leave? I'll buy your shares.
Exactly.
And you can
at a huge premium.
Yeah. At a huge premium, I'll buy your shares and I'll have your shares and you can go.
You can go, but your loss.
Yeah. It's your loss. Yeah.
In 10 years, it's just going to be worth like way more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how to take that. But we'll see.
Yeah, that kind of got me worried. Is like there's people leaving Block One after they raised $4 billion.
True.
And so most of the $4 billion is going to be for the development community to use EOS for a particular decentralized application.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I mean, who knows? But the thing I was going to tell you is Block One owns 160,000 Bitcoins. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude, Block One is a fucking juggernaut force nobody knows, like, really talks about.
And they still have the 160,000 coins?
Yeah, it's just like locked in their vault. Like,
Jesus.
Those motherfuckers have a lot of wealth, dude.
Yeah, they do.
That company? They haven't put anything out, but that's why June is kind of exciting. Apparently this June, which is like right around the corner, it's like next week.
Yeah.
They're going to announce all the shit they've been working on. They've been silent for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, like a year and a half. And finally they're going to start like announcing shit, like what they're coming out with and stuff. Maybe like new partnerships.
Yeah.
A lot of people are speculating that Telegram's.
Yeah.
What's it called? Telegram's. What is it? A blockchain or something? Or are they going to build on EOS? What are their platform? Their new thing, their new project. Because if you look at Telegram's white paper, it has a lot of EOS mentions. Like how their blockchain structure is going to work. It's like DPoS. Sure. And they pretty much say it outright. Like EOS is the best implementation of proof of stake out there. So
yeah, Telegram's TON crypto project is now 90% complete.
TON, there it is. Just type in Telegram EOS or something. EOS connection. So this is another speculative event coming up soon. Other than Binance Launchpad projects, EOS has some good shit coming out.
Oh no! All that's coming up is EOS's Telegram actual chat.
What?
So I put in Telegram EOS.
Nah, well, put in TON EOS. Telegram space TON or something. I don't know. TON EOS. All right, dude. Fuck it. Yeah. I don't know where I saw that, but that's why it's called speculation, right? It's not really news, so you're not going to see a lot of articles about it.
Yeah.
There's people speculating that might be part of the announcement, but it probably won't be.
Yeah.
Who knows? The only reason they're speculating is because of their white paper mentions DPoS so much, and they use EOS as a example.
Let's do this.
They could easily just launch their own chain like everyone else is doing, off of EOS's technology.
Do you think we should write a blog post on some of the cryptocurrencies that we like in terms of just for our own like historic records? And maybe do research on the like poly mesh.
Well, there's not much to know about Polymesh yet. They just announced they're creating it. They haven't said anything else.
Yeah. But like getting together some coins that are low market cap and coins that we sort of believe like the STO platforms
just
and
like a watch list.
Yeah, just like a watch list and kind of keep an eye on it. So that way, when we feel like it's time to go in, that we just pull the trigger. And at least we keep track of this stuff, because otherwise you don't want to miss. What was a good unknown coin that took off in 2017? Like Stellar went up like 20 times in the span of a month during 2017.
But everything did.
Well, but Stellar went 20 times.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a relatively, like, it was an unknown coin at the time. And so if we find those now.
Well, the reason Stellar went up so much because of the IBM partnership. IBM partnered with them.
Yeah.
And then they just took off from there. When you get a name like IBM under your belt.
Yeah.
A confirmed one at that. A lot of projects like to throw out names, but this one was like legit IBM connection.
Yeah.
That's huge validation, right? So
for sure,
you can't really predict that coming.
And it was also the right timing too. I mean, everything was taking off.
Ooh, that was good news.
Yeah, and so we might see a lot of that this coming up.
Yeah, the next bull market, you're going to see a lot more mainstream affiliations. Like, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
You know, just partnerships. Partnerships is a big thing. It's important. Like the thing that drove up the whole Internet of Things sector of cryptos, which is VeChain, Walton Chain, blah, 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 blah. Whereas like they're partnering with big companies like BMW, these giant shipping companies over there in China that ship all their products. They're legit partnering with these IoT tokens.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, and the reason why I bring this up is because if we have this list of coins that like a watch list, we can decide to drop like $500 on each one. And you know, if we get that 20x return in next year when the bull market's in full swing, I mean that's worth the gamble right now.
True, I agree.
And we'll be way ahead. We would be buying at prices that are pretty like bottomed out.
Yeah, if you find the right ones, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like again, We Own is a good example.
Yeah, and another reason why this is kind of smart to do now is because we know that this stuff was going to be regulated soon. You know, with the next, let's say 5 years, it's going to be regulated. And if we're in a token that is a platform for STO tokens or security tokens at just in general, and that shit is going to take off once it's regulated and all these companies start dropping in. And so if we own coins way before that, then, it's a smart move.
I agree. Well, it's just like anything else. It doesn't not necessarily has to be security tokens.
Yeah, but in this case, it's security token seems to be like the next wave of like interest.
Yeah, true.
Because I don't see anything else. I mean, it's scalability. I mean, if somebody has figured that out, then yeah, that's going to be one of the bigger things. But then there's security tokens.
Yeah, the scalability, like I said, every like Matic. That's why I was a little upset. Like that Matic made a 10x run because it's Raiden Network. It's the same shit.
Yeah,
it's shit I've seen before.
Yeah,
like it's these newer whoever pumping up the price of it. They haven't seen it. I guess they're not aware. Like they see like. I don't think anybody ever even looked at the layer 2 part. Like they didn't give up. All they saw was Coinbase.
Yeah.
It's like Coinbase endorses coins. Like fuck.
Yeah.
FOMO. Right.
Yeah.
So if anything, if there's a lesson to take from Matic, it's like technology doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all about hype. I keep saying this market is driven by hype. And if you're looking for, again, Power Ledger is another good example.
Yep.
I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast or not, but Power Ledger, big reason why it got pumped, I think, was not so much, I don't think people ever even read the white paper or looked at the technology. There was like a subtle Elon Musk connection there because it's an Australian-based energy company.
Oh, you told me about that.
At the time, Elon Musk was in Australia building this giant-ass battery to solve their energy crisis.
Yep.
And then like there was like a Twitter post of the lady who founded Power Ledger. Her baby had like an I Heart Elon Musk shirt on, and everyone went crazy because of that. It's like, dude, Elon's on board. Like, trust us. Like, they're speculating.
Right.
There's nothing confirmed. They were just making a story.
Yeah.
And then that story spread across the crypto sphere, and the price went up ridiculously.
Yeah.
It was all hype. And then you can go back to Omise Go, same shit. A fucking Apple sticker on a skateboard. Price went ham.
Yep.
Speculation. And Omise Go is like
it's not even doing anything.
Nobody talks. I think it's like exit scammed even. It's a straight doo-doo project now.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest thing. Vitalik, we used to like, I don't know, but
Omise Go.
Understand that hype is huge.
Rank 32 at $2.11, and it's up 5.42%. So market cap is 295 million.
I mean, it's not bad.
No,
they're still up there. Probably like top 30.
Yeah, 32. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Shit. But anyways,
So
crypto's crazy.
Yeah. Go to theblockrunner.com, read our blog posts, and
we'll crank them out. I don't know. Like I said, now I got to get into like philosophy and shit, my own personal philosophy, and like just tips and tricks. Shit, pretty much like I say on here, but on paper. I don't know.
Yeah, and find us on Twitter at the Block Runner, and ask us some questions. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and anything's fair game.
Engage. User engagement is the biggie. And if we do end up fucking doing this like watch list, dude, y'all better start donating.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that shit ain't free, son.
Yeah.
Actually, it is free because we're just that cool.
Yeah.
But if it turns out to be like some legendary watch list, dude, it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
We come up with like this awesome watch list like that, like people like talk about in the future. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like they saw all this shit coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By then I won't give a fuck because if we're right, then.
Well, I mean, we saw Bitcoin coming.
What do you mean?
Yeah, with the halvening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you spotted that one. You had a good point. Now there's like tons of articles.
Yeah, there is, right?
Videos about the halvening and shit.
Yeah,
you're right. Or maybe not. That fund, whoever created that original thesis report, whatever the fuck, that was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, and also let us know what we can do better. You want us to talk about more crypto, more technical, less technical, anything.
Talk about sex. Just kidding. Talk about tech. We should talk more about just like tech.
Yeah, general tech.
But I don't know any more tech. Or do I? I don't know.
Well,
what can we talk about?
Well, if it hits like some major headlines, like there's new AI out there. I mean, Elon's working on OpenAI, and so they're always like coming out with new stuff. And then we have Boston Dynamics with their goddamn robots, like doing ninja jumps, scaling walls.
But that's all shit that's been out there, right? It's just they just make incremental developments.
Yeah,
but it's like nothing new, really.
Yeah.
Only thing I can really think of is like new shit. Like pretend like you're a stock investor.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be so hard to pick out the winners.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like FANGs, like tech is run by pretty much 5 or 6 companies, right?
Yeah, and there was these reports that Apple was trying to buy Tesla in 2013.
Really?
Yeah, can you imagine Apple buying Tesla?
In 2013?
Yeah.
What happened? Elon's like...
Yeah, Elon probably said no thanks.
That was probably during the time when they were like struggling.
Oh, for sure. And they're struggling now again.
Yeah, I heard about that. He said something about they might run out of money in 9 months or something.
Yep. Which is crazy. I mean, but they're spending a lot of money developing these new vehicles, the Model Y.
And like giant gigafactories and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's
infrastructure.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to beat Elon right now.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
He literally said that.
Yeah.
But he seems to perform better when he's got pressure.
Yeah.
Based on his history, like when SpaceX was about to go down.
Yeah.
He somehow came through like the nick of like his last pennies.
Yeah. And he's struggling right now with Tesla, but the Boring Company scored a new deal and they're going to build like a 30-mile tunnel between Nevada and California.
That's cool.
Something like that. Yeah.
Only 30 miles separating them? Well, it's probably like the very edge of Nevada.
Yeah, the very edge.
Are they bordering? Yeah, I think they are bordering.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So,
that's better than what I think last I heard they only had 1 mile.
Yeah, that's right.
So 30 miles is a big improvement.
Oh shit, you got to see this video, dude.
All right, one last video and we're out.
Yeah. See.
I'm tired of turning my head every time I burp. Oh fuck! I was about to say like, you have mosquitoes in here, but I'm just sunburnt, dude. Like all itchy.
Ah, here it is.
Whoa! What is this? A Tesla?
Yeah, check this out.
Holy
it's a race.
Shit.
So one Tesla is gonna hit the streets to get to a certain location, and the other Tesla is gonna take the boring tunnel to that same location.
Whoa!
Yeah, and check how fast this goes. Okay, so on the left one,
that's what the tunnel looks like, huh?
Yeah, on the left one, we got a Tesla waiting at the stoplight.
Typical.
And on the right, we have another Tesla going 120 miles per hour in a tunnel.
This is a 1-lane tunnel.
And 1-lane tunnel, and it's reaching 127 miles per hour.
And it's not driving, right?
And the guy is not driving. It's completely hands-free, automated driving.
But the car itself is not causing it to go 127 miles per hour, right? It's the actual Hyperloop?
No. So this car is the one powering this drive.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It used to be on tracks, like these little tracks that attach to your car.
Yeah.
But in this particular tunnel, the car is driving.
This is just to showcase like the underground features of tunnel transportation. This isn't the finished Hyperloop.
Oh no,
right?
this is just like
supposed to be like
proof of concept.
Hyperloop was like it's like a little
track.
electric or magnetic, right? Track that runs on magnetism or something. I don't fucking know.
And so this is sort of like a setup. Like this isn't like practical because they're both going.
So this guy's already done, right?
Yeah, this guy's so he finished his. I don't know how many miles this took, but he finished in 1 minute and 36 seconds, and the other guy who was stuck in traffic it took him 4 minutes and 44 seconds to get there.
Yeah.
So one max speed was 44 miles per hour, the other one was 127.
Damn. So
imagine going, across the state of Texas in a matter of hours.
But wouldn't you think like everybody would want to be in this tunnel?
Well, yeah, I would assume, but I'm sure there's got ways that they can kind of control the traffic flow.
I'm thinking it's going to be like monetary, like only the rich get access to this shit. You have to pay like a fee every time.
Well, they said it should be cheaper than flying a plane.
Oh, so yeah, he is planning on charging like big bucks for this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Well, imagine getting to your destination in half the time.
That's true.
I mean, that's worth it.
And it's a private company. It's not like roads created by the government.
That's right. That's right.
He's damn, dude. How the fuck did he get access to did he have to purchase land like underneath to own like?
That's a good question. I don't know when you purchase land how deep that purchase goes.
Exactly right. Who owns the land above his tunnels? Like I would be like, yo, bitch, you can't build no tunnel under me. This is my land.
I don't think I don't think it goes that deep. I mean, so for his boring, it goes miles deep. I think when you buy a land, I don't think it goes that deep.
Nobody's ever asked that. I think they should know. Like, because if you buy land to like extract oil, you're going deep, right?
Yeah.
So like, if somebody owns land, that'd be fucked up. It's like, what if he's like drilling these tunnels and he's like, dude, there's oil down there.
Yeah,
that's my land. Like, that's interesting. I wonder if he's hit that barrier. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah. No, but this is interesting.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next podcast.
All right, peace.
Thank you for listening to the Block Runner podcast. Make sure you visit our website, theblockrunner.com, and sign up to stay up to date on the latest in crypto. Also, reach out to us on Twitter @theblockrunner.